and welcome to a TPK Halloween special. We have a new person on stream today. Hello, Sugar. Welcome to your first TPK stream. We have the old regulars down below with Rahul and Shanaz. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
What's up?
I am going to immediately actually hand it to our GM for tonight. Shagun, please take it over.
I'm trying to wrangle a cat who is trying very hard to disrupt this game now. So there we go. All right. I had to prepare the necessary occult spells for this to happen and even my familiar around me. So today we are going to play Monster Party, which is a rules light. And I see Shaz has got his little arm on, and this is great. So Monster Party is a game of essentially a group of old monsters, who are sick and tired and fed up of the language and the way people function today because they don't get the world. And they have decided to have a great gala time and go for a night on the town and paint it red, in the case of vampires, very literally. That's all of you, the four of you. I'll talk about the rules in a moment, but why don't you tell us who you all are? Who are our dramatis personae for the night?
Shama, you want to start?
Oh, yeah. So if no one's gotten it by just looking at me, hello, everybody. I am playing the mummy, but apart from playing that foolish emo-type, I'm currently playing Nefertiti, and you can call me you can call me Tilly, I guess. Well, it's been a long time. I'm older than most of the younglings over here in the frat house, but
Speak for yourself.
him especially, he thinks he's all that shit. Yes, I'm learning the slang of today. They've told me that if I know how to talk to the youth, they like me more. I'm currently planning on starting my own educational YouTube channel because I heard that people like nerds on the internet. Hello.
And welcome. I could have sworn that you were actually Nicolas Cage from the movie Face Off, but it's great that you have that.
Listen, honey, the only thing I'm stealing tonight are treasures.
Well, there's a very nice treasure in store for you all. Who's next? Screws, what about you? You want to go for it?
Yeah, sure. Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Screws. I am Frankenstein's monster. Yes, my name is not Frankenstein. I am Frankenstein's monster. That is why I gave myself my name. My name is Screws. So if you are going to call me Frankenstein, it's a bad idea because I hate you. Do you understand? That's cool. I ask the difficult questions. When people ask why, I ask why not. And genuinely, I sometimes think the best things to eat are sandwiches because I just think sandwiches are cool. People say paint the town red. I say no, paint the town green. And yeah, that's about it. That's me. That's Screws. Thanks.
Carbs are very good for your health. Everyone needs a certain portion every day, so it makes sense.
Of course. Yes.
What about you, Bobby?
Oh, me? Hello. I'm Firaz. I'm a wolfman. I like everyone. I think I'm a good boy.
Aww.
So I like everyone. But I hate the fucking vampire. He doesn't deserve to be capped. That's all I'm saying. Who undied and made him leader?
Count.
I think the correct word is who unalived.
Who unalive and made him leader. I am on a mission. I am on a mission to plan the best night out for these fellow monsters and reclaim that word. And yes, we can.
The Frankenstein in the back.
I can count on Frank all the time. I thought your name was Frank Eastine. That's what it said on your little driving license. It's like
He had to give me the license. So
And lastly, the person who had added to his name to make himself count.
Hey.
Okay. falling in character. Yes. Am I on right now? Am I supposed to speak to the mirror? How can it see me? How can it see me? I can see myself. This isn't supposed to. Hello, I am Count Vladimir
Please do go on.
Dracula. Dracula. I am playing Dracula. My name is Rahul. You can call me Sheep. Add it in the chat, whatever. But yes, I am good at two things: manipulating people into seduction.
Ooh, that's loud.
Just
Yeah,
like
sorry, loud.
the music.
Really loud. Yeah.
I love that it was manipulating people into seduction.
Yeah.
You are already in my bunker.
Get that weeb stuff out of here.
Okay, I have now reduced the volume.
Yeah.
Sorry about
That's some
that.
great music. All right, so it's great to meet all of y'all and have this going. Monster Party was designed by Andrea Shute, so shout out to him. That's at NerdyScald on Twitter. And where you won't find my portfolio anyway, so I'm going to use this to plug the game Bludgeon, which is my favorite Indian TRPG. The art for this excellent game, Monster Party, was done by Shiraz Khan, Dyson Deeds on Twitter as well, and you should check out the fine things that he does there. All right, so Monster Party is a very, very simple game to play. It's meant to go on for 2 hours, and you're meant to spend more time laughing than rolling dice. You have 2 stats, right? They represent your dual natures of beast and man, or in this case, monster and human. Your stats are, you have 3 points in monster and 3 points in human. And when you want to take an action, you have to roll a dice based on those stats. You want to roll under the current value of your stats. So if your human stat is 4 at the point, you want to get 4 or less in order to succeed at doing it. You as a monster, sorry, go on.
Oh, I'm just flexing.
Of course, the Wolfman is flexing those fine canine pecs. Right. So you want to roll your stats. As a monster, as a being of the beyond, you are good at some things, and of course bad at others. You're good at something, and so when you roll a dice, you add a value to it. If you are really good at something, which means you specialize in it, you get a second dice, and eventually you roll 3 dice to succeed. But you only need 1 point. And on that note, I need 1 second. The door has rung. Just
Everyone go away, everyone party.
Yeah.
We're all still audible, but hey guys, get to know us as we take a short rest and wait for our GM to get back.
Oh man,
He's back.
He is back.
These
That
love
was
the
quick
fly.
enough.
while the continuity of time may proceed and so on, there are 2 things later, which is God and Swiggy drivers, and I don't want to mess with either. So, I mean, okay, God, chalo, fine, we have a contentious one. But like Swiggy riders, I want my dinner. You know. Anyway, right. That is essentially Monster Party. When you fail a roll, you've clearly not monstered well, for example. So you become a little more human, and your monster stat goes down and human stat goes up, and vice versa. When you are confronted with the terrible flaws that you face, your score automatically goes up as well, so it adds to a dynamic difficulty rating. What you don't want to happen is either of your stats to reach 6, because if it maxes out, then you give in to one of 2 natures, and you guts to go. You know, this game is going to end in like 1 hour, so hopefully we'll have some more fun and have a second round as well. Or who knows what drama you all will cook up from this, because I didn't come prepared. So,
I mean, I don't wanna preempt anything, Shagun. But what is it? The Edgar Wright End of the World movie? Start with the bar crawl, ends with the end of the world.
Oh.
I mean,
And
small
the
stake.
world's end.
I'm fairly certain that's the Cornetto trilogy movie about
Yes.
Yeah, the world's end.
Yes.
the robot.
World's End.
robot?
The aliens at the end.
I don't even remember anymore. But that was a good film. So, let's get into the game. That's really all there is, and then we'll just have some fun as we go along. Okay, so the 4 of you, Frankenstein's monster, aka Screws or Frankie Dog, the Wolfman, Count Dracula, Vladimir Dracula, certainly not Vlad Tepes III, and the Mummy are all hanging out in their apartment, which they all share, one Saturday evening. And it just so happens that it's All Hallows Eve, and they are sitting around figuring out what to do.
Pub
Guys wanna take
crawl.
them?
Let's go on a pub crawl.
Why do you always want to go on a pub crawl, man?
Why do you not?
Exactly.
I'm
that's the
asking these
problem.
questions now. I'm asking the questions now, Cruz.
Oh, really?
So,
Quiet down. Quiet down. Everyone present a case as to why we need to go and why we should. I'll hear this matter.
So on page number 420 of Being Human for Dummies, it does dictate that one way to be human is to crawl while drinking exorbitant amounts of liquor.
Are you sure that is correct? How up
Nick-
to date is this book that you're citing?
It does say that it is for dummies, and I don't know.
Fair enough.
We've been having a hard
Is that-
time reaching human beings, especially with various technical difficulties. But sometimes we need to find that connection. Oh my god!
Unravel? Is that
It's-
foreshadowing?
It's a little. Look, man, I don't know much about this mumbo jumbo that old backface is going on about here. All I'm saying is that we need to drink, and we need it now.
I could go for a drink actually. But
Not
we
your
have
kind of drink.
Parts.
Last time you had a Bloody Mary, we had a very, very different understanding.
Then why is it called a Bloody Mary?
This is exactly why I think we shouldn't go on a pub crawl.
Look,
But
it's
okay.
Halloween. Everyone's gonna be dressed up. Everyone's gonna think we have good costumes on.
I know.
Actually, that's true. That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe we could enter ourselves in a costume contest and use the money to
Perhaps.
buy more booze. I heard
like-
that this is called scheming in human words.
I
That's
like
really good
that.
scheme. Yeah.
I feel like we haven't done much scheming as monsters. And
Yeah, I like what Bandages is saying.
I would like to spin back into the costume contest. Because then we
So-
can decide for one and for all which of us is the best dressed, therefore is eligible to be the leader.
So while you are having this discussion, time progresses interminably. Some of you, it goes very slowly. Immortality is a burden after all. And then the doorbell rings.
Screws gets up, walks up to the door, and says, "Yes."
And it's like, pizza.
Sure, the pizza.
Ooh. I open the door.
Wait,
And there in front of you is a short, stocky guy who you all recognize. That's the pizza man, Alejandro, who's just there. He's your regular pizza guy.
I heard it was a popular song.
And he's like, I've got a big pie, Halloween special.
hey Alejandro, you bring that big sausage around?
Does
Big sausage pizza?
And he looks and says, "No, this is tandoori pineapple."
guys, I can smell the garlic, guys. Who ordered this, guys? Alejandro, no. Alejandro.
And
No.
He looks at you and he's like, "Look, this pizza was ordered for you to this house. It looks like you don't have to pay, so I'm gonna just keep it on your table and leave."
Wait, Alejandro. Do you know of any good pubs in the area?
Alejandro just sort of shrugs and walks past you, carrying this very, very large pizza, which he sets on the table. And then while he's walking, a pamphlet falls out.
I pick up
It's
the
a
pamphlet.
large, in very gaudy text, it says, well, it's a big pamphlet with the text, "The Afterlife Club." But all the text on it is just squiggles. It's like somebody made a pamphlet, except they didn't actually fill it with any content. They just filled it with nonsense.
I feel this might be a ploy. I mean, who sends pizzas to random monsters? In our times.
Monsters?
Alejandro, I thought you left.
Get the fuck out of here. Sorry.
I do that thing that Frankenstein does really well, which is grab the person and go like, yeah, and throw them out the door. Then close the door. And then open the door, take out like a penny, throw it to him, saying like, keep the tips, and then close the door.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll to throw Alejandro out, man.
Oh shit, okay, yeah.
Is it a monster? It's not a human.
Yeah.
Just a
You're-
Alejandro's
you're
been
bottom-
working out, like all that pizza
Hey, this is
delivery.
like, it's my cool, it's my thing, right?
That is dating innocent Alejandro.
Innocent
I feel like
Alejandro.
Alejandro has gone through this many times.
Yeah.
This is how monsters are made.
The people in your building think that you're all stage actors, just
Yeah.
old stage actors, you know?
Everyone lives in one apartment.
Yeah.
It's just
Just like,
always in character.
yeah, correct.
It's a 1d6, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You can roll a 1d6.
Actually,
Actually-
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Just have some fun, you know? Roll one.
Okay, then it's a 3.
You got a 3? Okay,
Yeah.
so you just go up and pick up Alejandro and just hurt him out the door and he just goes flying down the hall and hits the wall and then it sort of bursts. There's an Alejandro-shaped hole through the wall.
Fine. Alright. So, anyways, as I was saying before we were rudely interrupted by the pizza man. Drinks.
I mean, are we not? I just need to know. And I open up the pizza. Is it an actual pizza?
It is, in fact, a very, very large, nice-looking pie. It looks so nice that it feels like it was taken out of a photograph. It looks too nice to be real. And there are nice pieces of pineapple in what is best described as Indian tandoori masala, you know? Tandoori masala, yes. You get the nice smell of turmeric, of cumin coming mixed with the cheddar cheese, mozzarella.
And garlic.
I mean, I don't think people mix garlic and pineapple, but I have no taste, so what do I tell you?
It's tandoori. It has to have garlic in it. Anyways, I hold some up against Vlad's face and I'm like, do you want some? Do you want some?
It's fine, it's fine. We go. And I like turn into a bunch of bats and fly out the window.
You have to roll for all these things. You know that, right? You're all going to start losing and becoming monsters before the night is out.
You know that bats
YOLO.
don't really frequent. Bats don't
What?
really frequent the outside much during the day. Maybe
That's a 6.
maybe you could cosplay that famous vampire from a decade ago. What was his name? Sullen?
Edward?
You
Edward?
mean Dracula, Mihawk? Yes, I have been keeping up with the children. And then
No.
this
Keeping up with the
story has just come out. You will love this.
No.
So he wants to be the king of the pirates, you see. Let's
But
see how
there
long
was
it
this
takes
book,
him to be
There
there.
was this book about this girl that went to a magical place with a phoenix in it, and she met this 17-year-old, I guess, or was he 117, 109?
Okay, first of all, there was no phoenix in the story you're talking about. You're clearly misremembering the story where they get put in magic school and are sorted by personalities. That is what you're trying to remember.
Most generous and gracious DM, is it nighttime outside in the game?
It's evening. It's evening. It's going to be night soon, and if you
But the
guys
sun
don't
is
get
in-
out soon,
Yeah.
traffic will be your greatest problem.
Traffic will be the greatest
So-
foe we have. So I'm like,
So
alright.
you still have the pamphlet in your hands, by the way.
I do
Totally
think
not
we-
railroading you right now. Totally didn't write like
Do
half
do
page worth of material for you.
I try to read it. Apart from Afterlife Club, does it say anything other than squiggly lines?
Oh, it's literally as though somebody just filled squiggly lines. But as you look at it, all the lights begin to flicker. And then suddenly, right in front of you, is Alejandro standing there again.
What did
Except
you
now,
do that?
eyes have rolled up into his head. And he speaks to you in the... Pardon? Oh,
Please
sorry, I
go
thought something. Oh no, and Alejandro speaks to you in a voice totally not of this world. Actually, it sounds like it came from like the 1970s, where people still said words like radical. That's really how he talks, as though he's, just sort of enjoying life, enjoying the vibes, but also in a very spectral way. And he says, "You have received a sacred invite to the Afterlife Club. Every Hallows Eve, every 100 years, this club appears on this plane of existence, and those who prove themselves worthy may go inside and drink the gin of destiny."
The gin of destiny.
Does that
You should
mean-
know that his voice does not echo. He just says it and draws the word out to drive the feeling of an echo. The gin of destiny is a totally radical drink that just gives everybody the best vibes, and whatever they want to happen will happen. It is a drink made from the fiery broth of the devil itself.
Does
While
that-
Alex,
I just go groovy.
It is indeed very groovy. And his voice once again echoes, and you hear the sounds of thunder outside.
while this weird apparition of Alejandro is talking, I would like to be an animal, which I'm good at, since I am the wolfman, and I would like to sniff his bum to say hello.
I don't know if I should ask you to roll for that. But I will leave it to
I'm
you
just
to-
trying to find out if he's real or if he's just made a smoke, man.
You could have just lifted your finger and
No. I am good at being an animal, and that's what I can do.
then I believe you must unleash your inner beast, to quote the legend Dom Toretto, and roll a d6.
I have rolled 2 5s, so I shall. So,
You
is he
have-
real?
If you roll a 5, that means you fail.
Oh shit!
In which case, you have reduced your animal point from 3 to 2, and your human has gone up to 4.
Oh no! I feel intensely the thing human beings called embarrassment.
Yes. I don't know why you rolled 2 5s, but hey, man, double the luck, double the fail.
Double the luck. Might as well get this ball rolling.
Screws, does this mean that if this is the first time that we have gotten an invite, and this happens every thousands of years, and now
100
we've
years.
made a cut, does that mean that because we have had continuous flops in our existence of the cinema, that we're not welcome in the
Alejandro looks at you and says, "We had head count this year. We have a quota to fill."
Who is more famous than us?
I mean, there's a lot of like the Black Lagoon Monster had like a hit last year. It was like a freaking great movie.
The Invisible Man. I have not heard his voice in days.
I haven't seen him in ages.
Is ultimately just, in this case, some kind of spectral entity and does not really have many responses to your modern language. And says,
But if I
To-
can I make an inquiry by going into the rooms of our 2 other roommates, the Lagoon Man and the Invisible Man, and seeing if they have procured an invite and we have not?
There we go again.
I
He wants to
believe in
see
that
the
case-
invisible man. It's
if you want to enter their rooms, you are violating their privacy, and therefore you must roll a human check, because only a human being would do something so horrible.
Would it be
The
possible?
monsters.
Would it be possible for Screws to like open the door and be like, "You coax the mummy in more"?
I feel like, I mean, sure.
If they did not want
You're
us
also
to
breaking the
enter,
door.
they could have
But
built
you
a
must
pyramid.
You must realize that if you damage the door, there is one force greater than all things in the entire universe that you will have to bow down in judgment to, and that is the landlord.
Yeah. This is
Fair. No, we don't fuck with the landlord. It's a well-known plot point. No thanks. You want to fuck with the landlord.
You break the door, you lose the deposit.
I paid too much for this deposit, mummy. Please.
Oh my god.
You know how hard it is to find a place like this in like prime location and allow monsters to stay here for as long as they do.
My friends,
I-
I believe the flops have led to failure. I know that the movie they made of my story, The Mummy, was revolutionary in leading an era of bisexuality, but At this moment, I believe that we have been hindered from entrance. Vad, do you think that they assume that they're inviting Edward Cullen to the event and not yourself?
I mean, they could have
No,
gotten the
I
wrong
mean-
one.
Do they think you are Professor Lupin?
The children have had this new thing called Netflix, and just last month they had a show about my son, Castlevania. So if anything,
son's name
I
is
am the most
Castlevania?
powerful. That's the name of the show. That's the name. See, this is why you're number 2. This is why
Who said I'm number
lay
2?
there.
You're number 2.
me.
You too.
I'm telling you, you're number
You
2.
too.
Anyway,
Hashtag you
if
too.
anything,
But,
we should go to this party because
think we should.
clearly I am the one who's been invited.
Oh, we are
We'll
plus
find-
ones for this, yo.
We'll find out. Alejandro, is the party? Where's this party? Where's this like?
You must go on 3 quests, Alejandro and Spectre intones.
This
You
what?
must go to 3 pubs, and if you survive the drinking competitions there, if you survive the 3 pubs and complete your quest there, then you will gain access to the Afterlife Club. Your quest begins at the Pot of Gold.
Pot of
That is definitely not an Irish thing.
Before I go
Then
into
you
that,
have to tell me your address. It's like 6 in a very spectral voice. It says it's a very groovy place, which always plays the game. 6 blocks down the road from here, around 3rd Street.
Nice.
and
Okay.
similar.
Vanishes of smoke.
Okay.
In the back,
Damn it, I wanted to throw him out again. Okay.
in the back, I just go cowabunga.
are you using the most current slang that you know?
That I know, yeah.
I decide to put on my best going out jacket and my best going out slacks and forget to wear a shirt.
The Salman Khan.
The ancient legend of Salman Khan, which I shall now be like personifying because he's a leader, if anything.
I'm going to put clean bandages over my dirty bandages.
Like, I'm just going to wear purple pants and be like, I'm going out as me. It's me and nobody else.
So we can't say the H word.
You can't. If you say the H word, you say it. I dare you. I dare you, Wolfie.
I thought we
I
can't
come.
say the
I
F
come.
word. Fire.
Let's go. Let's go. What? You come and do what? Let's see.
No, I was gonna like come behind him when you were talking about the H word, and I go hunger because I am feeling a little bit peckish. Let's go.
All right.
I'm smarter.
As we go out, like this thing, Terry's going to like essentially give a checklist. First, we must procure basket filled with candy. Second, we must know what to order at bar.
Easy. Leave that to me. I will do it.
Third, find out what bar 2 and 3 are. And fourth, for Vlad, do not suck on anyone.
Don't suck. You hear that, lad?
Don't-
Don't suck. It's like,
Don't be such a buzzkill, man.
The best weapon ever. Okay. Okay. Then we should go to the janitor's closet first in the building. Break in, get the buckets. Okay?
yeah, okay.
Okay. Let's
We
go.
can steal from child.
We are stealing from children today.
Yeah. All right. I go check out in front if everything's okay, and I just basically go out the house, climb down the fire escape, and then scream up, going, "Yeah, looks okay."
You are paying rent in this building. You can take an elevator.
No, but this is how I do things, man. Don't question the method. It's like,
Oh my god.
What do I know?
I love the idea that like all of us are living in this really swank like a penthouse and we have like a glass elevator and the three of us enter it and it's just like this tin 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 like music happening and outside the wolfman just
I'm so
falling.
sorry. Did you think that you had money?
no, we don't have money. This is the shitty apartment.
Swank and penthouse.
What?
Instead we have a rickety elevator that has one
I mean,
side
it's swank
open.
for us, okay?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like Frankenstein's lived in a barn at one point. Mummy's been constantly sand everywhere. We don't even
Lived
talk
in a
about.
cardboard.
It's like,
The
live in
wolfman in a cardboard.
Cardboard wardrobe.
They were like
Casket was the worst casket ever,
long,
bro.
sad days in the cardboard. He doesn't talk about them much.
Oh my god, is it like a dog pop?
Let's just relax about my sad backstory and continue forward to this gastropub. By the way, I have a page of 90s slang inside.
Of course.
I thought you were pulling these out of memory.
Back in your days.
Was I born in the 1990s? I don't think so, but okay.
Don't have a cow, dude. Anyways, it's like,
I'd like to
But in
also,
your case, have a cow, dude.
can I
I
pull
would have a
out
cow.
like my old like Nokia phone and essentially Google the what is it called? Eternal clock?
no, pot of gold.
So, the ancient relic takes out an ancient relic
Yeah.
and tries to Google.
I just go, is that the newest model?
It's the totally the
You text Google, hello Google, where is
It has dual color and I show and it's like blue and black.
polyphonic ringtones. It has snake. It has bounce.
It has
Modern
two
technologies.
games.
Oh my god.
an artifact?
Unfortunately, you try to Google it, but Google doesn't work on a Nokia phone.
No, I sent a message to my local provider. Where is the pot of gold?
You Google.
Your local provider sends you a vast billing option. That is also
You
vulnerability.
exceeded your SMS.
My god, there is unlimited calling at this place.
Yes, indeed. We can move this ahead a little bit. You are supposed to go to the pot of gold. You know, I have an old Nokia phone lying here. I should get that out.
I was just gonna ask Screws to like start asking people the difficult questions like where is the pot of gold?
I go to the first person that I see. Is it a child? Is it like, are there kids
Is
going
it a child?
Not, shut
So
up.
you emerge from the gully near your house, the alleyway, or some of you who take the elevator like human beings emerge onto the street, and it's a busy evening. All Hallows Eve is in full swing. There are children in costume, there are young people in costume, there are old people judging the young people in costume, and wandering about. Traffic has begun on the road.
Nice. If I
It's
see
a
like a
bustling
group,
there though. Yeah.
if there's a group of teenagers who are trick-or-treating, I want to go to one of those teenagers.
Sure, there are plenty of like, you know, pairs and small groups of like young people, you know, wandering about. Some in
Nice.
costume, others with normal clothes with a little cat hair. My hands are too big to do it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Cat hairs are really nimble, okay? They're very flexible. They make shapes and like.
You were all right for a second, then you started protesting too hard.
You're fine. Okay.
Never mind. Moving on.
I go to one of these. What are they wearing?
What are they
One of-
wearing?
One
Yeah,
of
what
them,
like
Who
One
are
of
they
them is-
wearing?
yeah.
what are they wearing? Yeah.
One of them is dressed like the Incredible.
The incredible.
I will screw you, okay?
These
In
are
this
children,
case,
sir.
it's a group of young guys who are all wearing jeans and shoes and black shirts. And one of them has put on a bit of black eyeliner. And you, Wolfman, can smell that these young men have taken a bath today. So
Oh
they've
my
engaged
God.
in personal grooming that week.
Oh my god, it's the Goffs. It's like,
No, this is one of them has want some eyeliner.
It's
rest of
the
us,
local
I
Goffs.
don't want people to be
hey,
Goffs.
are you panicking at the disco? And I said,
They look at y'all. I'm like, bro, what?
I'm like, hey, can we have your buckets? Yeah,
No, you can go ahead.
sorry. Can we have your buckets, please?
They're all carrying like man purses.
I'm like, can we have your man purses, please?
Bro, that's not gonna. What? That's not
Why?
given, dude.
Why is it not given?
It's not given. I'm not giving
Why?
you my man purses.
Why not? I mean, why do you need man purses?
This young
Okay.
person is stumped at this question.
Can I
And
interject
promptly
this
Googles
conversation?
Or
Okay. I step
Go.
aside and be like, hello there. I would like to procure these man purses for my manservant. May I have these, please?
Why the manservant?
are you
Is he
trying to
calling me a
convince them?
manservant?
Just go along with it.
this is a group of 6 young men who must be, in college at of college going age with like man purses. You won't find much money in them. There's probably a phone and like
I don't think
Don't
I
worry.
don't
They
think
have a
that's
phone. A phone. I mean, honestly, getting
I
any
don't
sort
know, phones
of
and pocket money and maybe a couple of things that they got in the hopes of having a good night. I don't know what to tell you.
I reach into my pocket and I drop gold coins into the hand. That I know I don't have, but I'd spent the last night just painting coins. It's trick or treat tomorrow.
another part of Vlad's sad backstory.
Oh my god.
Bankruptcy and tenure. Okay. This
Do your
young
coins
person.
have like your impression on it? Like, is it written blood?
No, before that second, do I have to roll?
You're trying to convince a group of young guys with limited funds.
I'm trying to seduce them.
With money.
With money. We
With
call
greed.
this something else.
And you want all their man purses. 6 man purses.
Or, I mean, four man.
I lean over to my man Screws and I go, yeah, 4? Alright,
Yeah,
4
yeah.
man purses.
Sure, let's try to engage in robbery via seduction. What else do I tell you?
You do the thing from Jungle Book where your eyes just start to like
You mean Shrek 2?
yeah, it's like, get out of my swamp. Sorry.
Okay, what do I roll? Just 1 or 2?
You want to seduce, right?
Yeah, I'm
With
good at it.
With money.
With money, yes.
Seducing people. This is very metaphorical seduction.
Seduction is a wide umbrella term.
Can Screws do this where like he's looking very lovingly at Vlad? So like to give that view of like, oh my god, he seduces even me. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
How does that help a bunch of bros?
I don't know,
You know
bro.
what?
Yeah.
For the sake of life experience, sure, roll all 3 dice.
Oh,
my God.
Seduce young. I don't know. I don't think I should say this on the stream. Young college-going guys of their money, of their. Wow, man, go for it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like it.
Leave that for things.
So this is a 3-1-3.
Whoa.
One is the best.
Wow. Okay, so you successfully succeed. I didn't know why I said like that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay.
You
yes.
seduce the man purses off their person.
Yes.
So you look at them, and the young, kids born, in the ancient days of 2002 are struck dumb by your behaviors, and they just say like, okay, bro, you know what? You can just have you can have these man purses, but they keep all their phones.
I just want
You,
to
alright.
there is more than your ilk to go and separate a young person from their phone. It's
No, it's
glued to
okay.
their hands.
I give all the man purses to Screws and I'll be like, peace. And I walk forward.
So
You
as
can
you're
wear all
walking,
man purses, there's no money in them. Turns out these guys were hoping somebody else would pay for them.
that's fine. I honestly wasn't looking for money. So what I want to do is I want to like make it like circular, open it up, and make it like a trick-or-treater bag, and give it to each one of us. So it's a man purse trick-or-treat bag.
Sure.
I accept.
Sure, why not?
I am now a werewolf wearing a man purse.
You know, I know a perfect place to scam people of their candies. The pub where they'll be drunk. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
So you make your way down the road, passing by many groups going to and fro, ready for Halloween, chattering, chittering, having a good time. You see people who really put a lot of effort in their costumes. Some have wrapped themselves in bandages and really like gone on the road. Others have just worn dark blue t-shirts and they're like just dropping their pop culture. And everyone's just having a good time chattering. And very, very quickly you come upon the pot of gold. The pot of gold, as you discover very quickly, is a sports bar.
Oh. Mhm.
It's a
What do they
sports
play
bar.
here? Cricket? Where is cricket?
Eh, pardon?
That the current up-to-date sport called cricket.
Yes.
Croquet.
Yes, they are indeed.
Okay, as they call it today.
They are screening a game of ye old cricket.
Yeah.
Yes, there are, so it's on the screen and you have a large, people milling around the bar, on the pool table. And for reasons that nobody can really explain, but for the sake of narrative continuity, you also discover that far too many of them seem to be Irish.
I do not
Is it-
speak their language. What
Is it
are
because
these?
they're short, like leprechauns? So, like, are there any leprechauns in the thing? Are there any short
Maybe.
Irishmen there?
I mean, there are Irishmen of many, types, man. Just people.
I'd like to find a short Irishman. It's like
I walk forward, pushing him aside. I make it to the bar. I'm like, I will have the house special, sir.
And he looks at you, and I'm not even going to try to do any of those accents. I would butcher it. But he's like, sure, all right. We have 7 house specials. Do you want the northern one? Do you want the southern one? Do you want... We have many. We have
What
one made
are
from
the
potatoes.
variations?
I need to know.
one from
Is there a
Derry,
Middle Eastern one?
one from Derry, one from Londonderry, one from Dublin, one from Belfast, one from like
One from
County.
Parsi Dairy. So,
Do you have anything? Do you have anything which resembles a pot of gold?
I'm on it, and I find a short Irishman, and I say, "Okay, the jig is up, leprechaun. Where's the pot of gold?"
he looks at you, and he's like, you need to have a drink if anyone to get someone to talk to you over here. I'm not going to talk to you. You're too sober for my liking.
I'll be right back. I go to the bar and I appoint whatever's the strongest.
He will be like, all right, yeah, I'm just going to give you fine, whatever's strongest, right? And he goes back and he comes back with a large pitcher. It's like 1.5 liters. And then he slides a bill over to you, and on the bill is written, "This is the strongest." And he hands it over to you. He hands this mug of dark black earthy ale.
Okay, I point at Vlad and I say, oh sorry, what is his name? Vladimir? Yeah. I point at Vladimir and saying he's paying. And I do the human thing of trying to down the drink in one go. It's like-
Wow. Oh, by the way, we're going to start keeping a count of the number of drinks you have over here.
Okay,
Oh,
This is going to be
nice.
part of the fun.
does this count as like 3?
Yeah, sure, we're going to go with that.
Alright. Rolling to drink without, like, accidents happen.
You got to down all of it to get the respect, as they say, the dog points.
Yeah, the dog points.
You gotta get dog points now,
I rolled a 4 on 4, so that means I did do the human thing.
Down
You
it,
pick up that pitcher with both your hands and you just guzzle that down without stopping. And by the end of it, there are many people of different heights, all heights, looking at you and like, nodding approvingly.
As soon as I finish, I burp really loudly, as humans do.
I look to the. I want to look to the bartender and ask him, do you have anything that can get us to the afterlife, maybe?
And he looks at you and he says, I see you're one of those. Every year they come to us. And yet, so many aspirants come from all around the land, from time and space, they come here. And yet none of them ever win the game of pool against
El Chapo.
points.
I was gonna say El Chapo.
You must against Jared.
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 The Dreadlord, Jared. Pool master.
He is
Level 7.
Jared, and then if you look over, you find in the distance, surrounded by many people, who are now that you drank the drink, right?
Yeah.
Who are now to you looking a little more scaly and pointy-nosed and green-skinned. Except Jared is very tall and lanky, and if you focus on him, you'd hear some really janky music with the sound Jared Ultimate Pool Master as sung by like a demonic chorus.
Oh my god, Janky Jared.
It's Janky Jared, everybody.
Jared,
Janky
I
Jared.
saw him take drugs. I saw him take drugs.
Janky
His name is
Jared.
Junkie Jared.
Janky Jared is the gym leader. Is the gym leader we need to get through to become ultimate afterlife party candidate.
Suddenly Pokemon. It's like,
I don't know what references you're going. This is all original, but Jared is surrounded by his coterie, or their coterie, I should say, because the more you look at them, they're tall and slim, and their features are androgynous and ethereal, and their hair is contorted in swirls that defy physics, both worldly and otherworldly.
So
And they're
they're
wearing a shiny jacket, and in the backdrop is someone saying, "How's that?" As a voice. A cricket is performed, and Jared looks and nods approvingly at the screen. But in his hand, held like a scepter of power, is a black elm. I'm assuming elm is black. I should Google this. But a black wooden pool cue.
oh my god, a cricket is happening.
I clearly know how to talk about the sport. Just so you know, I am an
croquet is
expert
happening. Sorry.
at commenting on cricket.
I look at Jared. I tell
Janky
him,
Jared.
Janky Jared. I say,
Wow.
pointing. It's time to get jiggy with it at the pool table.
And almost as though there's a great. You've called out to Jared, ultimate
Yes.
pool master.
Yes.
And Jared looks at you slowly, and he is unfazed. And then he looks away dismissively at you. For between you and him is an entire horde of drunk goblins and leprechauns. And also Irishmen, who are totally human and not short.
Janky Jared has a grass gym.
He
Also,
dismisses you.
if anyone could dismiss you more, it's not possible. It's like
To get to Jared, you must navigate the moving labyrinth of like the drunk gobbles, man.
I announce to the crowd, part for me, like that fellow from the Old Testament with the sea. Do it now, and I try to convince everyone to just move the fuck over.
You are not drunk enough because one says to you, "A sort of."
I give Scrooge a drink and I say, "Lead the way, big man."
Yeah.
That was it.
And I start drinking, and like I'm doing that lumbering action that Scrooge is well known for. So he's just like moving and then doing.
I'm just following Scrooge.
I mean, they're not going to move that easily. You're going to have to find a way to like get them to make way for you to reach, Jared.
Okay.
You have not earned their respect because you have not engaged in the cricket, nor have you shown respect to the.
Can I distract all of them by looking at the screen and going, "Howdy!"
At the wrong time when they're like hitting a 6.
Yeah, I go like, "Howdy! Caught, bro, caught!" I think that's what they say.
Sadly, your words incense them because you have not shown proper support for the right team.
We need to drink more.
You need to drink way more. Yeah.
We need to drink more. I am currently the drunkest of us all, and henceforth number 1. So I suggest, as number 1, let's drink, and then montage of drinking begins.
Oh yeah, can we do like? How about Wolfie? We have a drinking contest to see
between all of us. Yeah, let's see who's number 1 at drinking.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
I want to sneakily though, like soak my bandages in alcohol, so I smell boozy, but I haven't actually drank as much. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea if a fire goes off in this place.
What would be sad is if the vampire just tries to sniff the blood in your veins and realizes you're not drunk. It'll turn you into a poser, and that will be worse.
Like a mockumentary camera crew just points to me and I like turn.
Okay, but I go to the bartender and I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 pints.
He looks at you and he sizes you up. And he's like, "You look like just made of many people." Sure, okay.
That's really like I got it. You know what? It's fine. Just give me the booze, barman.
He says, I'll let you in on a tip because it looks like it's your first time doing this. But if you want to make your way to challenge Jared to a game of epic ultimate pool, the ultimate showdown of ultimate pool destiny, you should buy a round for everybody. You should prove to them that you are a worthy champion.
I start going through my pocket. I don't have pockets. I go through my purple short pocket. Is there any money on me?
The man purses.
The man purse.
How much money would I have?
You put the man purses on the table.
Especially that you're all old actors and you've been around. You may not have money, but you may have credit cards. You may also have credit card debt, but that's, I guess, a problem for another time.
Yeah.
Before Screw puts the credit card down, a hand comes beside his neck and then drops 3 gold coins on the bar and then goes back.
And the bartender looks at you and says, "Half my patrons here are leprechauns. Take that shit away."
I don't understand what's wrong with it. Do you not like money? What's wrong with it? Are you saying my money is not good enough for you?
He looks at you, says, "You're trying to be a funny man, eh?" He's like, "Seamus will take care of you." And he looks to the right and says, "Oi!"
Hey, Seamus, chill.
A gentleman comes up to you, and short guy, well proportioned though, pointy ears, very green, and says, Yo, what the fuck, dude? Listen, we come here to watch the cricket. We come here to watch. Listen. Your gold ain't gonna work. And he pulls out a gold coin, and it shines, and it's full of coinness and goldness and sparkliness, and he flips it. Yeah, those are real words. And he flips it, and then he makes it disappear, and then he does another one, and there are 2 coins, and basically, he's like, yo, your gold ain't gonna work here. So you can pay like a normal person, or you can get out. Don't kill our birds.
Okay, cool.
I would choose to leave. Let's leave there.
I'm like, wait. When he's doing all those like coin trick nonsense,
The is looking at the vampire, and the vampire is clearly flailing and losing at life. Leadership is a challenge.
I strongly agree. It's like,
Bravely brave Dracula bravely ran away.
Is that, could I get a couple of leprechauns together, a couple of people of like different exotic Irish species of mythical
Limerick.
species, and essentially do a sort of seance together to call upon the spirits to bless our cricketers on the field?
occult magic for cricket.
Yeah, a
The
cult.
leprechauns look at you and say,
sport
wrong brand of magic.
magic. There ain't no rainbows here.
While you are engaged in these thoughts and things, I think just a little update that you should know before you as you plan your strategy. Jared is still watching the cricket, and sorry, you are right, Scrooge?
No, I'm just waiting. We finish.
Jared is-
Gotcha. He's still watching the cricket, sort of holding his pool stick of power, surrounded by his coterie of elite pool guards. And when the doors of the bar open, and in comes a group of people, and one of them they're all very young people, and you can tell this because all of them are wearing really nice high top Air Jordans. And they're
like
dressed
the young
in modern
people do.
like the young people do, I assume. I don't know. I totally do. And they come in here, and you would know, as in young people speak, that they really look very unalive, or maybe real-alive. One of them is beautifully sculpted, a young man with slightly auburn hair, and his skin sparkles in the light. Another one is.
Oh no. It's like,
Oh my
One of them
god.
is like a tough looking guy, really looks also very good looking man. There's one who looks their hair is sort of long and sort of interesting, and they have a lot of interesting scars on their face, and almost looks like there's slight discoloration across various patches of their skin. And then the last one is wearing what looks like a very chic. It's like robes or wrappings by Prada, and they're all like, we're in,
Oh my god, that the fan fiction Wattpad
The reboots are in the house.
the
Can I go interact with them?
Sure.
How is your father, Carlisle, doing?
Oh my god! How do you remember that?
deep cut. It's like,
In a long time.
I know, how do you
The
remember
guy-
that?
The guy looks at you and he's just like, okay, boomer.
And
then he just walks past you, and they go through the crowd. They wave at the bartender, and they make their way slowly but surely to Jared. And Jared looks at them and he stands up.
What the fuck, Jared? We're cool too. I say as my
Okay.
band has just come off. We're cool too.
okay.
Anyway, this
Team
is
huddle.
when I
Team
stop
huddle.
talking. You guys tell me what you.
Yeah, team huddle. We gotta get some money. We gotta buy everyone around.
I mean, we do have money.
Do we?
Before that,
Yeah.
I have a
So
question.
what?
I have a question, guys. What creature is Jared?
Clearly an elf.
An elf? Because if we find out his legend, we will know what makes him bleed.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Who's good at knowing things? Somebody here is good at knowing.
I mean, like our very very old person here. will know.
Can
Sorry, we don't say old, we say advanced in age.
Maybe if I go down to the local public library, I can find
It's
a book.
gonna take forever.
No, what do you know? You've been on the earth for 2,000 years. You must know something.
Well, Jared's not a name that I thought I'd have to remember.
Yeah, but
I mean-
I mean, look at him.
What
Make some
happened?
stereotypes about him.
Alright, okay. Who's on money? Do you have a credit card?
I have many credit cards, and
How the hell do you have credit
dump
card?
it out.
I have a line of credit from the Iron Bank that should suffice.
Have you been watching Game of Thrones again, Vlad?
I will. No. I go to the place where you have like my line of credit from the Iron Bank will work, and I try to convince them with my authority to open a new tab on this.
Visa or MasterCard only?
Master.
I believe they do bird pay.
Sounds like bird droppings to me. Visa or MasterCard only. I need to start.
I finally go in and I'm like, okay, I have a Vishal, I have a Thomas, and I have a Rio. They're the names on the cards. And I'm like, choose one.
Credit card fraud. It's like,
You can use the tap feature.
Oh, fuck yeah, I can use the tab feature.
I want the drinks for everybody.
Yeah.
Are you good at the card fraud?
I feel card fraud is a very human thing to do.
So, you know what? I think we can do an interesting mechanic over here. Maybe it'll help. But this game lets you do flashbacks whenever you want. So if you plan to go out and engaging fraud, sure, let's just have a momentary flashback where you planned it all out and just run it by us and tell us how you did it, you know?
Maybe
And then we'll let you roll for it and go for it.
Maybe we stole the landlord's card.
It's much worse.
You can do that. You can call the landlord in.
We basically, you know how there's a mailbox
Yeah.
in apartments? We just started
The new card?
the new cards that come. So we've been just taking them whenever we can.
I love that.
I respect this, but I also need to say that all our viewers, this is not a good way to live your life. Please don't do this.
Please don't replicate this at home. We are trained professionals.
I've never done this before.
So you have engaged in a lot of mailbox robbery. You have credit cards that are in fact valid, which need their first purchase to be active. And sure, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's. We'll say that the human element here is more a function of the card needs to just work, and you have to hope that the original owner of the card didn't cancel it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's roll your human stat and let's have some fun.
Somewhere Tony gets an OTP for like.
Okay, I had to roll 3d6, right?
Just one, man. Just one.
My bad.
Not one per card, okay? I'm not gonna enable your card fraud.
Cool.
That would be so funny though if it came in and it's just like you have deduction from pot of gold.
Okay, still not too bad. It's like a 3.
Okay, so you tap the card and it says, okay, receiving, and this dot, and you wait for 10 seconds and it says payment received. And you've just spent like 600 relevant cash monies on your. I don't want to put a currency to this. We imagine the currency yourself. You know, it's
a lot of money. That's what it's called. A lot of moolah you've spent on this, and someone's going to get a message. So just remember, at the end of this night, you have to go back to your house and deal with the consequences of tomorrow. Well, no one knows we stole anything, so there are no consequences. It's like,
I mean,
yeah.
who would expect me to have
Look at his face. He's so nice. He's like,
and like my jaw is slowly like hacking off my cheek.
If you ripped all the mailboxes off the hinges to off the walls to open them, then someone might wonder.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the building security issue, not us. Anyways, so yes, drinks on the house, everybody.
While these two are doing the human stuff, I want to sneak over to Vlad and go, Count. Now, both of us have existed longer than they have, and I do understand if they do not feel the need to reclaim their titles in the way that we do. But as everybody slowly disappears one by one from the screen and we go to short break. Let us
I'm still here. My internet's being a little slow. It'll come back in a moment.
Yeah, let's just go on break then.
But Where did? Oh yes, now that they're back, I will ask you, Count. What is the best way to cripple an enemy? Our enemy right now is Jared.
Janky Jared.
Jared.
It's Jared the Goblin King, guys.
Jared
Lord
the
of the
Goblin
Goblin.
King. I see
what is
Dark
his.
Lord of
First, I believe first if we could
Yes,
Iron.
just
he is Jared from the tunnel. So we need to hit him with a train.
maybe first we distract him by unplugging the large television and seeing it go down. In that moment of confusion, you fly in like a bird swiftly. Be the Batman vigilante that you are. Reclaim the name of Count and Batman. I don't know, I had a bit to drink. These bandages are really soaking it up. But do you
Yes.
get my plan?
Yes.
I always thought that you were not
understand.
the Batman.
He is
What?
the OG
Oh.
Batman.
Oh,
Shit.
deep cut.
I understand this. Like I understand the gist of your problem, and in one smooth motion, I grab a bottle and throw it to the TV.
No, we must not bring attention to ourselves. This
This
is not
is,
what we do in warfare.
Called vandalism, and I suggest you roll a dice for that.
Is it a human thing or is it a monster thing?
Oh, it's very much a human thing.
If we had unplugged, we would be monsters still.
This is amazing because I feel like
That is
the
a
most dangerous things have been human till now.
Yeah.
We haven't done a
Who's the
monster
real
thing.
monster after all?
Vampire who can be. Wow, you engage in vandalism.
Yeah.
You set the bottle on fire, will you? You may as well go full. Don't set the bottle on fire. I don't have a narrative for that. Here you go on.
Can I like accompany his
Yeah.
moment by doing a very mummy thing of opening my mouth and letting a holocaust of locusts fly out?
Did you just say Holocaust?
I don't know.
Yeah,
why I said
yeah. They're very German locusts.
The swarm, yeah.
Plague of locusts.
I don't know. I think it rhymed in my
Plague.
head. I didn't think it through.
We call it a plague. It's-
Whoever
we-
replaced Eminem would not and rhymed Holocaust with something.
I know. I'm old. I don't know what's happened in the last 100 years.
I heard about this thing, the Holocaust that happened recently. Yeah.
It's a very bad thing. We are not to talk about it.
We're not to talk about.
Apparently. Even though those people stole my outfits. We are not to talk about it.
Can I like release a swarm of locusts onto like the? Maybe goblins like to eat. It's like flying popcorn for them.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, goblins can also just have normal
that's-
popcorn, but
that-
okay, judgment.
Hey,
There's
maybe
a-
they like their protein to be flying.
Grasshopper protein is better, frankly, just so you know.
Technically,
Grasshoppers,
locusts
sir.
are kinda grasshoppers.
Just because they hop in the grass.
What is this fucking philosophy lesson? Just because they hop in the grass
They are
does not
grasshoppers.
does not
Yeah,
make
this
them
is why-
grasshoppers.
This is why I like geologists more than zoologists. Zoologists, like what? Just because a philosophical zoologist says hops in grass, therefore many kinds of grasshoppers, and geologists are like, okay, this is a rock, great, cool, you know. Rock on table, rock fell off table, now rock is on floor. The end. You know?
Now it's
Would that
However-
be considered a monster-esque move?
You think?
I- Calling upon one of the plagues of Egypt is definitely a monster
I
thing.
mean, what do you hope to achieve by unleashing a swarm of locusts upon a group of happy humans and supernatural entities on
They
All
move out
Hallows
of the
Eve?
way.
I'm very upset by the fact that we were not invited to this party yet. And like it's just kind of like right now we're underrepresented in the movies that we're in, so I want to show them true monstrous power.
That makes sense.
I mean, all things make sense, I suppose, within some perspective. So sure, let's roll for both these things. You perform an act of vandalism, Count Dracula, and hurl a bottle. Did you hurl an empty bottle or is it a full bottle?
It would be. But I was going to sleep.
He's gone to sleep.
It is. I'm trying to assume if it's like a bottle half full or a bottle half empty situation. But
Are you?
it feels. I'm just gonna. It's gonna shatter the TV the same regardless.
I mean, the only thing is that it's shattered and the liquid will also get into the electronics and just spoil it further.
Yeah.
Sure, you've roll your dice. You know.
Suddenly, Irish jig plays.
Yeah, because the bottle hit the thing.
Yeah.
And it just starts playing.
Oh, hey, that's good. That's a good way to earn respect. An Irish bar. It's
Rocky
like-
Road to London is the song you want to play, I suppose, right now.
It's a 4.
It's a 4.
Yes.
Therefore, you have failed.
So do I hit Jank Jared in the face?
You held the bottle through the air. Take a drop to human and 1+ to monster now. And yeah. So you've what's the word for it? You hurl the bottle, but your reflexes are old and slow because you are old, many generations out of date, and it flies through the air at a glacial speed and comes near Jared, and then without looking, his hand shoots out and he just grabs it and he places it on the table.
Oh.
Why is he so cool?
I hate this guy. He needs to die.
It's Jared with a TH because
Jareth, yeah.
he's cool.
Oh, it's
You know-
Jared. It's even worse.
Does he
He
have
believes in
three?
numerology.
Does he have 3 like crystal balls that he's constantly like rotating in his hands?
I mean, he's holding his, wand of incalculable power. It's
That's-
his pool
that's-
stick, the pool cue of incalculable power.
Yeah.
Anyway, and you try to unleash a plague of locusts.
Yes, I rolled a 2.
Successful.
Oh wow, you summon a plague of locusts. And they are virulent and deadly and they begin to eat people.
Oh, wow.
Rapidly,
that's one way.
because that is a showcase of your incredible prowess as an Egyptian
The
necromantic.
power of the ancient! And I start like saying, throwing out a couple of god names. Say like daughter of so this thing and this thing, priestess of blah blah blah. All my titles is endless. I keep shooting Dracula. Look, each time I add a new title. Each time he tries to intersect, I add a new title.
There's a 3-way battle for number 1 here. It's like,
As you summon this, stars align in the sky. The celestial configurations change, and the music of the face spheres sort of stops for a moment. And the ancient Egyptian goddess blah blah, as you said, and the other Egyptian god So
by the
look
blood
upon
of
you
blah
with
blah.
abject disgust, and then the stars turn back along.
So, is this fighting music now?
It's fighting music. Because
Are we
what
fighting?
screws drowns or drowns a point.
A large portion of people have been turned into husks or skeletons, very cleanly picked. So someone will thank you on the feeling later. But everyone else looks and you says, "Oi, oi," and there's a resounding sound of ois because now they're distracted from the cricket and their mate have just been eaten.
Has it reduced the amount of people between Jared and us?
By like 50%. Now it's
Again.
Yeah!
it's the reboots, and it's like a bunch of Irish people and goblins and leprechauns and some fae folk and Jared, who is now looking at you. And he raises an eyebrow. You have his attention for the next, moment.
I mean, after that, that's a moment to leave.
Who's gonna go forward? Who's gonna go forward?
Oh, can I, to add on to this, guys, but sorry, not to steal your thunder, but to how in the Mummy he makes like a man out of sand?
Yeah.
Follows. But I want to do the same thing with towers of beer Like they start spilling out, and the water becomes this huge face that goes to swallow Jared.
The emo tap.
Emo tap, exactly.
The emo tap.
The emo tap, yeah, exactly. And I just like,
You're gonna have to use your powers to do these things, but you're becoming very monstrous, man. All right, let's do it.
Wait, we don't just get into the afterlife club by being puny humans.
yeah. So what do I roll? Is it a 2d6?
Yeah, it's occult magic.
Cult,
So.
right? Yeah, for sure. 2d6.
Gotcha. Let me get more things. Okay, so that is.
Remind me again of what the point of this spell was.
This
To
is
get to Jared.
Oh yes, the giant
literally.
case of
Oh,
sand
shit.
and beer, which is going to rush towards Jared.
It's not the best. I got a 2 and a 6.
So you
So
take the
two
better
works,
dice.
that's now. 2 works. So you need 1 success. So you want to describe how you do it? I
Oh
can describe it
yeah.
for you otherwise.
So you have like, this insane music happening. The background has like people stop to go like no, and the bottle going to hit the screen, and when it hits and nothing happens, they just go like what? But why are they going what? You have like flies that come out of my mouth and find a new hive in theirs. And you see people like coughing in the distance, and meanwhile you have like Screws who's sitting over there looking around, head banging to the music, Vlad like lowering his head once more because the bottle didn't hit, Wolfie sitting over there taking
I'm having
another-
peanuts.
Yeah, he's just like throwing peanuts into his mouth and drinking at the same time. And behind them all is essentially the brewery or whatever they have, the pumps with water. Fuck, what is it called?
The casks. The casks.
Yeah,
I think. You can see the casks behind the bar.
Yeah, the chambers and like essentially the pipes burst and beer starts to flow into the bar, and it starts to pick up and become like a huge.
A beer elemental.
Yes, essentially
elemental.
a elemental. Okay, just like opens up its mouth and tries to get take Jared in his mouth.
Janky Jared.
So
Jared.
this beer elemental spews forth an incredible local area tidal wave, picking up people, dragging them off. Some are happy to sail the little
Like
beer river.
filling their like beer.
Yeah, because it's also free beer. Except when it reaches Jared, it just parts around him, and he is impeccable as though protected by a shield of force. Except now the path is completely clear, and you notice something else. That on the pool table, left completely alone, visible to you now because the crowd has moved, is the remote control.
I look at Vlad and I tell him, let's wrap this up. Get it? Because
Groovy. And I start taking my jacket off. Oh shit. I walk through the crowd so no one sees me coming, and I just grab the remote and I turn it to the Cartoon Network.
oh,
You try to change the channel.
Yeah. So I'm going to the table to get the remote.
Oh, you go from Sports Channel 1 to Sports Channel 2. And you
There's
realize
only
that
two
the
channels?
TV Oh no, all the channels are sports and they all play
It's
cricket.
just cricket over and over
It's the
again.
same match.
It's just
the
different
same.
languages.
No, it's the same language, it's the same match. Every channel is the same thing.
Challenge him. Fight.
I challenge you to the honor of changing the channel.
And Jared just looks at you
switch
because
on the remote, switch off the TV, Vlad. Do not
And
suck
I press the button to turn it off.
TV goes off, the lights flicker light, and then suddenly there is pin drop silence. And now Jared is looking at you, and everyone else is looking at you because you have interrupted that which could not be interrupted. The sacred flame of
The
the telly
supernova.
has been extinguished. And now Jared walks towards you, and there is a gust of wind that comes from who knows where because the doors are all shut. And his cloak, well, he was wearing a jacket, but we call it a cloak, it swishes dramatically and he points his cue at you and says, "How dare you profane this sacred place and disrupt our holy ritual? I challenge you." You know.
He should go,
And then
"No, I challenge you."
and then I like turn around with my back to Jared, and then I curve backwards and go like, "I have seen this in this new Japanese manga that just came out called JoJo's, and I'm going to JoJo pose on the pool table. Let's go."
By the way, I just want to say, Screws just turned, okay? And he's just seeing like this horrendous mess that's happened. He's just like, guys.
And you can hear the sound of like beeps going as I keep ordering more and more drinks.
Oh my god. Just the tap.
I go to Wolfman and I'm like, I guess we're just drinking then, aren't we?
Yeah, just back up, boy, up. As much as I hate him, I hate that other guy more.
Let's do this. Could I possibly, if there are like 6 drinks, I'd like to down them one by one after the other.
Go for it, man.
It's 2 barf. I want to barf, but I want to control it to the point where I just want the barfing to be like at the right moment.
Tactical barfing.
It's a tactical barf that I'm trying to.
It's a sonic weapon, but hey, you know what? Some countries do it, so I'll allow it.
Oh my god. Projectile
biological
vomiting.
It's biological warfare.
I look at Wolfman and I'm like, Wolfie, when the time's right, punch me right here, okay? Good.
And then Jared has now floated over to his position on the table. And the music has changed. Now there's an unholy keening in the air. And he reaches out to his pool cue. And it flies into his hand and gets engulfed in unholy cold blue fire. And he points and says, "Do you know the terms of this duel?"
Your soul for mine, and I like materialize my cue out of black smoke, black flames, and I'm like, "Let's go."
I think that's a valid thing. Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Impaler has a spear.
Carries a stake. Carries a big stake. Just think about this.
Oh my god, I want to have like a Vlad shirt now that says I am Vlad and you know like Vlad.
Get out of here.
I want to wear my I am Kenneth t-shirt, but that's too far in the future, so Vlad doesn't know. Okay, let's start playing.
No, Jared looks at you and says like, "Souls. Okay, this is really lame. You're clearly like, buddy, bro. We're modern people over here. No, we don't do things like that. Look, I'll keep it simple." And he looks at the reboots and he says, "You'll probably be coming after them next, so I'll deal with you after I'm done with these. Sorry, guys. These are the terms. You're coming here for like the afterlife, aren't you? You want to get there, right? Right. You beat me at the ultimate pool game. And I will tell you the next place you must go and how to proceed on your quest. You fail, and I will put a curse on you. Forever. When you put the TV on, no matter what screen you look at, wherever you may be, you will see cricket. You will watch the same cricket forever and ever and ever. No more shall you ever get access to Netflix. All of it.
All I hear coming out of your mouth is yada yada yada. Let's get this balls rolling.
Balls?
He snapped his finger. So obviously, you know, rules are simple, right? You just gotta like get the balls in and whatnot. But yeah, he snaps his finger, and then the balls appear with like the displacement of air and the sonic clap, and then with a burst of lightning, the black. I need to think about how the pool works. I didn't think this through. The white ball lands in its position, leaving a score like a crater mark on the pool board. And then everything else lines up, and this is pool, so it's colored balls. Yes. Yeah. So each of the colored balls has a screaming face that looks at you and goes like, "Ah!" And they all sing in harmony. They have great harmonies. They in fact have 5 harmonies.
So they're like the Bee Gees.
All like the fifth harmony.
Staying alive.
They're same,
Yeah. They staying alive.
You
and then he looks at-
you see as Wolfman's eyes just constantly following every ball.
Pretty much. And then Jared looks at them and he says, "All right, my lovelies, we must do this again. If you let me down, I will torture you for another 10,006 years."
It's an arbitrary number, but okay.
I have done the math, and this is appropriate. GM stands for Great Mathematician. So just so you know, sir,
Love it.
10,006 is a great number. All
Oh,
man.
Oh no.
no, he's back. He's back.
For one
No, you
frame.
tell me.
You just froze for a tiny second.
Oh, yeah.
You're back.
I'm back, yeah.
I'm back.
So ultimate pool, man. This is the game. So who's gonna go first? You can take turns to hit the ball.
Okay.
And
I
obviously,
I graciously allow you break, Jared. For that is what I will do to you by the end of this game.
Wow.
Wow.
Is this like insult? Is this insult pool?
Yeah, 'cause
I think we're winning now.
Jared looks at you quizzically and then says, "You are very bold or very foolish, but as you will it." And then he rests the pool down, and then his body clenches up as a viper preparing to strike. And then there's a rush of air, and he moves at incredible speed, and you see it moving faster than light itself. And he gently caresses the white ball, which moves glacially and hits all the other balls. And then
Can I just add something here? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Can I impale a tiny nail before the cue ball actually connects to the rest of the balls, deflecting it off to the side?
How are you going to do that?
Because I am Vlad the Impaler.
Oh,
That is
Wow.
This is my stand power. I can just create
Come on, Jojo.
spikes.
amazing.
I think there should be another dice roll that says Jojo.
Oh my god.
I feel like the system.
I'm going
the
to say
system
that
is
this is beyond your ability to engage in
should-
transmogrification
you
of
should-
the sacred pool table of destiny.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Your strength is seducing people, and
I can use the balls.
clearly, Jared is bisexual. Sorry,
Oh.
Jared is bisexual. Clearly.
Okay. Alright.
Are you playing epic disco battle music?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's similar.
This is the right move. This is the right move. Anyway, the ball
Okay.
The ball connects, and a charge passes from one ball to all the other balls, and they all just move towards various holes. Half of them go in, and then the others begin circling. And then, as they hit together, pools of lava form on the board.
Wow. This is a fancy board.
I go up. I walk beside the table. You gotta chillax, Jared, because this here is a foul.
The lava. It's a foul.
It's a foul, bro.
It's non-standard pool. Is what
What
I'm
is this
saying.
new behavior, Jared? Which I found out is a word from the night.
What?
And Jared's one of his major domos or major gobos looks to him and says, "Don't hate the player, hate the game."
You don't want me to go goblin mode, Jared. I heard that kid over there just tell me.
Okay.
Jared's like, "Well, it's your turn."
Okay, and then I lean. How many? So what did
the ball.
you score in the first frame?
So how many? There are 9 of them, right? So he got.
Like, are you solids or stripes?
He's the stripes one, the colored ones. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Solids are yours.
Okay. You see, Jared, there is a difference between me and you. And I line up the cue ball into the hole without hitting anything. And I hit it.
Did you just scratch the ball?
What happened?
Does Jared look confused?
Jesus.
Jared's just like staring at you.
Yes,
He's
Jared.
also confused.
I am running a 2 handicap. It's your turn.
I lean over to Frank and I Screws and I go, hey Screws,
Yeah.
on my sign, you
Uh-huh.
snap the fancy man in half.
Okay.
Oh! Oh!
I wanna start like moving about to the like shamble towards fancy pants guy.
He tells us where the next pub is, or we snap him in 4.
Yeah. So one side is Wolfie, one side is me.
Okay. Anyway, turns have to pass an ultimate pool because that's how the rules go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now one of you has to take it.
Oh, wait,
also
one
there
of
are
us?
pools of- yeah, there are pools of boiling lava now, just sort of on the board, and so the surface of the pool board has now become craggy. But the balls are still there and the holes are still there, and now it's up to one of you to like.
Wait,
get a
is the
shot.
lava still on it? Or is it
Yeah, yeah.
cooled
The
down?
surface of the pool board has now become like this volcanic,
I-
caldera.
I punch Screw in the right spot to make him buff.
Oh my
The
god.
power of your you have to. What is this? Is a. I think when you say this is a monster roll, because you are using your many sort of. This is deep organ control, right? You have
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
I rolled a 4. I think.
On monster?
On monster for me, yeah.
Were you 3 on monster? Or were you 4 on monster now?
I was 3 on monster.
So you
haven't-
fail this roll.
I failed
You
this roll.
lose. You get +1 to human, and
Mhm.
plus your monster roll comes down by 1. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What else do you?
Shagun, your camera has gone off.
It'll come back. Yeah. Okay. The internet's a little funky for some reason, so it just comes and goes. Sorry about that. Anyway,
This
Mum,
music
you
is
wanna take a
perfect,
shot
by
at
the way.
this? You're a nerd. You have, this is your time, maybe.
Who's? I guess I do like the geometry of it all, figure it out.
You beautiful minded.
Yeah,
Geometry.
I'm literally like looking through like just kind of like the strands of time sort of thing, and I'm just like, and, I have my own monologue happening in my head.
Yeah.
And I just take like the stick and over there, and I go, and at the end of all that thinking, I just do a small little tick. That's
Okay. Okay. So, let's roll a dice for that. I think you can roll. What was it? Your specialism is. We're gonna just check that out.
No,
Occult, was it?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna give you. Let's take 3 dice. Occult stuff, right?
Oh, 3 dice.
Yeah. You're a nerd and you have occult stuff powers. You're good at occult stuff, so you get 3 dice, and we'll have some fun with this.
Let's see. Ooh, that's oh my god, that's horrible. It's 2 6s and a 4.
Oh, superb! So you win it.
Oh,
So you got it right. You just needed a 2.
okay.
So you line up.
No.
You
I
line
got,
up.
I got 2 6s and a 4. So that's a 6 6 4.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. Okay. All right. So you've lined up your shot, and clearly it's not going to work. But we'll have some fun with this because you recently just offended the gods, blah blah, and so. And so as you're about to touch the ball, time stops, time slows down just for you. And so you see Frank Screws over there, sort of mid-belch, still failing. You see Dracula,
looking
however Dracula looks, having failed to defeat, one shot.
Still regal. Still regal. It's like-
And a voice speaks to you and says, "Oh, so you are on a quest to go to the Afterlife Club, eh? Well, maybe you shouldn't have, you should have prayed to us better, oh mummy." And you recognize the teeny tiny prissy voice of the god blah blah. The goddess blah blah. Across the gulf of time and space, she has reached out to you. And then next to another very nasal voice, they say, "Oh, okay, so here she is trying to be cool and trying to get in something." And you recognize the legendary, the high god So-So
Oh no.
come to us asking for help, have you?
Your help hasn't gotten me into the club so far. Stop laughing
Maybe.
so loud, okay? No one
It's
can
the
hear
soundtrack.
you.
It's the soundtrack. It's like taken over.
But
No,
maybe if you pray hard enough, maybe you ask nicely next time. People just come and ask us for stuff. You know, they don't come and ask us how we are.
How are you? You've been God
Yeah,
blocked.
it's-
You know that
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
you know, you've been God blocked into getting into the club.
I've been
It's
gone
like-
blocked. So, what do we do about this?
I try to convince the god.
You-
Yada yada.
How was the
let
day,
us-
blah blah?
I have a thing, a flashback I'd like to indulge in.
Yeah, sure.
My indulging is like because all these other people, like all these other monsters, have lives, and I
Yes.
don't. So I spend most of my daytime TV watching Ronnie O'Sullivan play pool, and so I picked up the finer points of pool and how to do really cool trick shots, owing to my random going to like a old people's club and playing snooker there.
and hustling them.
I hustle them for money. That's how I get the money. It's like, they just know me as Old Hairy Joe. So I'm gonna, once this is done, I'm gonna basically pull off the weirdest like trick shot ever, and get all the balls into the like. I'm an expert in
Shot.
that. The only problem is once the balls go in, I put my snout into the little pool pockets to try and get them back. But that's like a minor problem.
Mediocres. It happens. But the mummy, what do you want to do? The gods are talking to you right now. They're just complaining about their lives, though, to be honest. But your time has still stopped. So
Well, I tell them, listen, blah blah, so. At least with me, you get prominent movie feature. Without me, no one's going to remember you. There are new gods now, you know? People like to worship anything at this point. Some people even worship us humans when I was human. Who will they be to worship you? At least if you give me powers now, I can get you in front page tomorrow that says blah blah and so returns. Worship now, get holy powers. It's a deal I can do for you.
blah blah says, "Oh, that's all well and good, but what we want is a Marvel movie deal."
A Marvel movie deal, I can tell you. See, look, if you can get Fool Emotep in like, you know, he was just like not so famous architect, but they made him like movie villain. I can make you Mecha blah blah and Mecha so. You can come in like 3-4 different timelines. Imagine you die in this timeline. Oh, there is second blah blah, second so in other timelines.
We like the idea of a
The
so
original.
cinematic universe.
So blah blah.
So blah blah cinematic universe.
Yes. See, blah blah and so cinematic universe. BS universe.
Yes.
IMDb
We like the
ratings
sound of
3.
that. We like how that sounds. BSU.
BS.
That sounds good to us.
B2S2.
B2S. All right. Now you must say another thing. You must ask us for help by saying "pretty please."
This is difficult, but Treaty, please help us win pool.
They're like, "Okay, this is fine." And then
That was
suddenly
easy.
you feel infused with incredible godly power, and you hit the ball,
Oh,
and
it's going to be in this
moves-
it's going to be this moment where the ball's going across the table and Wolfie tries to like grab hold of it, but it just like, I don't know, it's like blah blah, hit it once more and it leaps over Wolfie's paw to go into the hole.
Wolfie, I would like you to roll. I think you should roll a dice for this because the ball is now calling to you.
Yes.
And
is this a monster roll?
I believe it is a monster roll. But you can even roll 2 for it.
No, I'm bad. Balls thrown. Yeah, I'm bad at it.
Plus 1 to the difficulty. Yes.
So I rolled a 3 on a 2, so I failed.
Okay. Fair enough. We won't. This was a fun house rule. We won't give you a punishment for that in this case. There's no penalty. But you hit the ball and it moves over the caldera through the boiling pits of lava and starts knocking things in. And then finally, it rolls to a stop on a precipice overlooking a lake of boiling fire. And on the other side is a hole with one ball. And your ball has stopped here. And your turn with the pool ball ends. But Jared is looking upset because all the other colored balls have gone in their holes. And Mr. Wolfman, it is now your turn to strike the final blow. Jared is looking very, very angry. His face has become inhuman. He is clutching his sacred, his scepter, his two stick of power, very angrily.
I do this. Ronnie O'Sullivan, guide my hands, and I use the pool cue to basically shoot the ball just the right amount to push the last ball in, right, to win.
Just do a human roll. Do one human roll.
Just a human roll.
Fun with it. And you can see how good at it. You can do 2.
I rolled a 3 on a 4. So
beautiful. So you hit the ball gently, and the power of the spirit of Ronnie O'Sullivan, parked in his geriatric.
There's like the spirit of Ronnie O'Sullivan just like leans over and helps my guide. It's like
correct. And somewhere in his old age home, Ronnie O'Sullivan comes back to his body. He's like, "What was that? That was astral projection. I forgot these from my Woodstock days.
I need to lay off the drugs." It's like I can't.
And so the great judge of the change appears to approve of this great moment because there is a sound of 1 second, sorry. There you go.
The great judge of change is like, please put me down.
He jumped up, man. Anyway. He jumped up. Right, so the blast ball goes in and then the pool table becomes normal and there is a great explosion of light and color and Jared screams, "No!" and he is on his knees. He's on his knees before you and his pool stick is like cracked and then it shatters. Completely shatters and in his hands instead is another brochure. Not even a brochure, it's a pass.
Ooh.
It's like a ticket pass. Golden foil.
My friends, we have gotten it finally.
Yay, suck it, newbies! And I give the finger to like all the newbies.
They're just looking at you and they're like, okay, we need a... They don't know what to do, they're just shocked, you know? They didn't expect you to win.
I raise my palm towards them, go like talk to the hand before we like leave.
I just look at the ticket.
You take the ticket, he offers it to you, and then you see that all the Irishmen around you, the Irish persons and the Irish fae have gone down on one knee and they are giving you respect. And Jared says to you, "You have succeeded in the first trial, you have beaten me at Ultimate Pool, and now you must go to the second place. I give you the VIP All Access Pass to the Dragon's Head, where you must pull the sword from the floorboards." None have pulled the sword from the floorboards because none have been drunk enough to have the strength of the drunkard. You must pull the sword, and by wielding this sword, you will then be able to enter the third pub, which will be your greatest trial.
You know what a good lubricant is, Frankie? Screws.
What is it?
Puke.
Puke on Jared.
No.
I'm not puking. I'm puke. Like there's a little bit of puke that's dribbling about.
Isn't he puking on the sword?
I'm
I
going to
would
be thinking
no,
about
No,
this.
yeah.
that-
The other pub.
we're
Yeah.
talking about strategy on the way there.
So,
You must.
is everyone
Pardon?
good for taking like a break for 10
Let's take a
minutes
break.
and coming back?
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then.
Right.
Give me 1 sec. Awesome, everyone. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Was
We're back. Successfully having popped the first pub.
You have cleared the pot of gold and defeated Jareth the Goblin King in the game of Ultimate Pool. The Ultimate Pool showdown of Ultimate Destiny. You know,
Amazing.
bad guys, good guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see.
With some cricket in the background.
With someone screaming, "How's that?" It's my one cricket reference. And putting these things on a live stream, I really wonder how my street cred's going to take a plummet after this. Anyway,
It's nowhere to go but up, sir.
yeah, correct. Started at the bottom and we're still here. Okay.
Look where we are now.
don't want it to come back.
Yeah. So you make your way out of the pot of gold, armed with the all access VIP pass for the Dragon's Head.
Oh yeah.
And community has a QR code which tells you where you must go. It's on the other side of town, and you must get there before 10 p.m. Right. But traffic is bad, so you have to figure out how to make it there. For the sake of simplicity, we'll say that you have a credit card and you are able to get some electric cycles and sort of
Electric cycles. We took like Uber Prime, okay? Like we went all out with that XL seating. Took like
You see, Screws here. Nothing but the best leather for him. His skin doesn't go along with a lot of these other lower class, cheap knockoff leather products.
Wow. Okay. Well, part of
Surprisingly,
this
you
is
didn't
that
say
the
no.
reboots have also heard everything because they were in that room, and so they're much faster than you because they're younger and more fit. So they ran out the door quickly.
they don't have money to spend like we do.
Let's take the metro.
We can just shout at him.
Let's take the metro. No traffic.
You can take the metro. Yeah, it makes sense. So you take the metro, just 4 monsters amidst a crowd of monsters, and there's a metro party happening as well. It's endless metro train. I need you all to roll. I think in this case, your human stat. Or actually, what I'll tell you what the situation is, and you can decide what stats you want. Since you've decided to take the metro, you find that the train you've gotten on is the all-night metro Halloween party train. And it's just gonna keep going, and it's one endless party of people who couldn't get another party. This is the purgatory of Hallows Eve parties.
Oh no.
And you need to figure out how you're gonna get out of this. It's filled with people in costume. Everyone is very, very drunk. It is a metro, which means not exactly clean. It's very crowded. And stops coming up, man, and it's gonna be hard to get out. So
I'm just gonna pull the emergency chain. It's like
you're gonna stop the infinite metro party?
I don't give a fuck about these
I mean,
posers.
it has to stop for other people to get on.
Yes, that's true, but that's besides the point.
Wait, could we do this where like how far would you say the metro line is to where we need to give? How many stops?
That's our stop
We're
coming
gonna
up.
say 10 stops. Oh no, we'll say 3 stops because we'll have some fun, and these are 3 actions you can take to figure out how to. I'll give you 3 chances.
I literally just want to stand at where I am and push people out from like joining the metro. So like basically if anyone's coming in, just go no.
You're the second door they have to get
I'm the
past.
second door, they have to get past.
Okay, fine. We'll roll all of this in one shot. So you're going to try and hold one entrance to stem a small trickle in the tide of people who get out from every other entrance.
Or actually even better, you know what I'm going to do? I want to start pushing people out of the metro.
While it's moving.
They're really lucky
Like
that
when it
this
stops.
is not the Mumbai local. Because this would have been a different story, but okay, we'll roll with it.
Yeah, and I would just like to pull the chain when we get close to our stop.
I'm going to tell you right now that someone already broke the chain. It doesn't work.
Oh shit.
This is the metro, after all.
Let's make our way to the front. Get the engine.
You want to get to the metro?
Engine.
Okay, to the command. Okay.
I mean, it has to stop.
I go to my number 2 and say, we don't need to dampen the engine. We just need to disconnect this carriage when we get close. I say on the second stop, we disconnect and we'll roll to a nice stop on the
This
third.
is a metro. This is not Snowpiercer.
It doesn't have the thingy in the middle. You're thinking of the old trains,
That is
old
I
man.
don't understand. This is not a train.
It's not a train. It's a train, but it's too hard. Listen, there's gonna be a person in the booth up front. We need you to go in and charm them to stop the train.
If you seek the blessing
you
of
said
the
it's just a
metro
train.
driver, maybe he will grant you leave to get out on time. Yeah.
Or you could
Okay.
charm
I
him.
go to the metro driver.
Just so easily, you just make your way to the front of the train through the crowds.
He's
That's what I'm asking.
Can I like
Yeah,
to
what's
help
up?
to assist him? Be
Can you-
like
Walk the
blah
water.
blah and so. I will not be able to make thy Marvel movie if I'm stuck in Infinite Metro. But if you help our friend Vlad get to the front, maybe we can stop it ourselves. All we need is your guidance and clearance of path.
And the
DJ.
voice of Blabba comes to you. You're gonna have to roll occult for this and says you didn't say the magic word.
Pretty please, like you are, blah blah.
Pretty, not please. It's like-
just to be sure.
Pretty and very hard to please.
oh, hey.
You're
And
great.
I would like very
Pleasant.
much like to please.
The goddess Blabla gives you permission to roll your dice and do occult stuff.
Oh, thank you, blah blah. Do I get an additional roll dice?
It is occult stuff.
Pardon?
It is occult stuff, so you get 2 dice.
Yeah, I was going for a 3.
Oh, come on, don't push the luck. It's
Oh,
like-
might as well. That is a 1 and a 4. Awesome.
Yay!
Okay, so you find that amidst all the dancing and merrymaking on the train, a path of fine tar appears, tracing the ancient route of the river Nile as it was in the years of antiquity. And you can just slide down that and move through people a little bit better than before. Because even the goddess Blabla cannot actually part the ocean of people. Wrong goddess. Wrong
I
goddess.
mean, as long as it didn't become the Red Sea, I don't see a problem.
Hey.
here. So, like,
I will distract Vlad a little bit. It's like-
The first thing you all do is, having invoked your goddess, you find that the path has become marginally better. Because even the infinite metro of infinite partying is, a force of the universe. But you are able to slide your way through closer to the metro driver, But then you find that now you are in a room full of young women with cat costumes.
no! I'm asleep! And I just run back.
So you are near one door, and if you stick near the door, you can get off. No, she can get off. Now, the rest of you have to proceed.
My friends,
we-
I will see you at the Dragon Head. I jump out.
I mean, he hasn't stopped yet. You're waiting. If he gives you permission, you can leave.
this is awkward.
This is there, bro.
I use my immense rave experience. Or was it a disco? The disco experience.
Sorry, you mean
Just
discotheque?
Discotheque to wipe through the crowd and just go just and then dance my way into where the exit.
You're gonna jiggy your in.
I'm a jiggy
Yeah,
my
jiggy
way.
your way.
So,
Okay, is that a human thing or a monster thing?
I think in this case,
wait, in this case, check out these monster moves. Of
yeah.
mine, bro.
So everybody else is dancing to Dua Lipa, and you are dancing to the Monster Mash.
Yeah, all like
Dancing to Saturday
ancient,
Night Fever.
ancient Transylvanian music. It's like
Monster Mash.
Gregorian chant.
Bardcore Gregorian chanting. All right.
Okay.
know?
Dracula,
So
if anything, would be a
do
metal.
I roll a D with just 1d6?
What do you think? Is it a monster stat or a
It is a
human?
monster stat.
He's doing some monster moves.
I'm busting out some monster moves.
Sure.
I'm picturing Wednesday Adams.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna call me a monster after I tear up this dance floor.
See, there you go. He didn't say dope.
Tear up this dance floor. Two like behind your streets behind, Dracula. Streets behind.
You must be talking from the backside of the infinite train, because I'm at the cabin.
So you have to roll for it. You haven't rolled for it yet.
I rolled 4. I rolled 4. It's on the dice roll stuff.
There's a thing. I can't see it.
Oh, is this not where we were rolling? I mean, I did find it suspicious. where it's just me.
I just saw it. Oh, no, I saw the music. Nope, never mind. It's not there.
Can't you roll it on the chat?
Pigeon killers. Oh,
Okay, you can roll there also.
Wait,
I
wait.
mean, that's where I was rolling.
Wait, where are we
Where
rolling?
is this?
1 second, and I need
Dice
to.
rolls dump.
Oh yeah, we can also do roll down. That makes no sense.
Hold on. Okay, just tell me what it was. It doesn't really matter, to be honest.
It's a 4.
It's a 4 on what's your monster
A
stat?
monster. Monster is unaffected. It's human that's gone up by 1.
Okay. Yep, human's gone up by 1. Monster will go down then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take it out and stuff.
It's 3 and 3 and just goes up and down like a balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now it balances out.
Has it evened out? Is it 1 1?
I mean, I rolled a 4.
On a 3, right? Yeah. Then I
Yeah.
guess it ain't worked out. Yeah, that's worked out. No problem. So you do not succeed, but I guess some people around you are vaguely, at least appreciating your vibe, even if
Hey,
it's.
check out that guy with the old moves.
It's vintage vibe, you know?
I'm dancing like Oscar Isaac in Ex Machina.
A reference.
Vintage films, man. Vintage films.
Vintage film.
All right. Screws, what do you want to do, man?
Cruz is gonna look for the oldest, like those people who have partied for too long and now knows the party line too much.
The groupies.
The group, yeah, I want to go to one of them.
Groovies.
Yeah, the groovies, and I want to go and talk to one of them. And
Okay.
figure out, ask them, oh great groovies, sorry, hey great groovies, how do I get to the front of this party metro?
The old groovy looks at you, and although they're really decked out and they're dressed to the nines, you can see this weariness behind their eyes, and they're like, you can check our any time you like, but you can never actually leave.
Oh no.
Every year we come to
We
this.
We have a Hotel California going.
Oh no, okay. I see.
Once you get on the train, this is your destiny until midnight. You got to be on it, And
Can I try one thing?
do you want to just hang out though? And he's like, I got a burger. And then he just pulls out a burger from somewhere. And he realizes they're wearing pants with no pockets, so you don't know where the burger came from. But
I have.
a burger.
Okay.
Open. I look at him and I'm like, I think I might have a way for something interesting to do. So what I do is I ask him, hey, can you hold on to my back? I ask him, will you hold on to my back?
You got my back, bro.
The
You got my back, bro.
groovy says, okay. And as he mounts your back, he tells you,
Not bound to my back, just hold my hip, bro.
Oh,
you don't
No,
like
no.
a groovy piggyback.
I don't want the groovy
his plan is different. His plan is to start a conga line.
I want to start a conga line that starts going front.
So he tells you that the only way to get off the train is you have to overcome the tyrannical will of the train driver. There is no other way.
God damn it.
He is the Chiron. He is the doorkeeper. The Charon. He is the keeper of the key.
God damn it. Okay.
But you can do the conga line. It's not a bad bet. You can move to the front.
Okay, let's try the conga line. I'm gonna try doing the conga line. I want to start it and go like cha 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 cha, and then keep moving forward.
Okay, cool. What about you?
Wolfman.
Yeah.
Can I hunt down the master of this train?
Yeah, you can. You can use your hunt sense and, yeah.
I would like to set my digital Casio clock to 12 a.m. And I would then like to hunt down the master of this train to show him my clock and go like, it's 12. Time for the party to end. It's like
And then the ping comes, you're one stop away, so you get one more action after this and you have to figure out how to get off. Alright.
Yeah. So I'm hunting him down.
Let's roll, man.
And that's a monster roll, I think, because like I'm
It's a
using
hunt.
my
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a 3 and a 3 and I got a 3.
Beautiful, man. So, you 3 threes, man. The devil's number, right there. So you, the river of tar that the mummy summoned speeds you on, and you're able to rush forward. A conga line comes behind you, and what are you doing again, Dracula? Being ignored by a bunch of young people.
I was vibing to the music.
He's
And
lost
then
in the music. Lost
I
in
want to
the sauce.
cowabunga my way to the exit by just going with the flow.
Just
Okay,
letting
so
the
you are
crowd take you
now
there.
you are trapped in an infinite dance with people who are also dancing. Mummy, do you want to do anything, or are you happy being at the exit?
I guess like since no one's noticing me anymore, I will join the line. And
Conga.
Yeah, the conga line, and I'm essentially I'm gonna work with Screws to try and get the driver to join our line as well.
Yeah.
So that we can all exit together.
Out of the dance.
So as the stop comes by, I lean into the driver's cabin and I point to my watch and I go, "Time's up, buddy. Gotta go." Gotta
So,
go.
alright, you make your way to the final compartment, the compartment at the head of the train, and you find that the driver is open.
Can I also just before we go there, get everybody, spread the message and tell everybody to yell "It's midnight" when we reach.
Hey guys,
I convinced the people around me to start counting down.
Yeah.
You mean,
9.
Why
alright.
is it suddenly New Year's?
You don't do Mambo number 5 or something? Okay.
And
Or rock down the clock tonight? No? Okay. Not all the modern
I
music.
That's
feel
too new for
there's
us,
something in the air tonight. Oh,
Dun, 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 dun.
I feel like
So, you all marshal the collective power of music, and you all make the conga line moves up the train down a river made of like tar.
And people.
Pardon?
And people.
and people, yes. Up to the final cabin, where you find the driver of the train connected to the train through a cybernetic interface, because that's what happens. There's a floating skull over there, and he's just in a chair floating, sort of connected by many cables. And he looks at you and says, "I have been expecting you. You have finally made it over here. Because you have made this journey, I will grant you a one wish. So sure, why not?"
All right.
Pull out the sword for us.
Give us a tip on how to pull out the sword, and also
Can you teleport all of us into the afterlife?
The Dark Lord Satan himself forbids me from doing such a thing. So we pass under all the bars, and only the worthy may get out. Most do not make it to this point.
We are the worthy.
What?
We're worthy.
I mean, and he gestures behind you, and you see far down the conga line are other people. You recognize another vampire with a long coat, a Vika scholar named Nosferatu, also in the line. Everyone has been stuck on this. Because
we have a
those...
ticket.
Pardon?
We have a ticket.
You show him your ticket, and he nods at you, and he's like, "You must understand, I am also trapped by an ancient curse that I must ferry this ride every Halloween, Eve, because I sold my soul to the Lord Satan for a secure job, and this is my job, So I have to ferry the damned party goers who don't get invites to parties, So in order for you to get off the train, you must derail the train. You must hear me now. free me from these bonds so that on this mystic night, so that I can finally be free to traverse the astral plane.
Well, I look around for like a handy dandy fire extinguisher. It's like,
Alright. Please no fire. Please no fire, guys. Just like
fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Have you tried applying the brakes for great train?
Right. I forgot about that. It's over there.
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna.
then you look over into, the actual controls of the train, which the sort of like integrated driver does not get to use anymore. And there's a case which has brake glass in case of emergency. And there's a wrench in there, and yeah, man, you can just.
I was just
I
looking.
look over at Screws.
Yes. Okay. Break the glass.
You break the glass and you take out a red stick, and then if you go to the compartment, you'll find this thing which you can screw into, and that is the emergency brake handle. These are modern trains. You have to attach the brake.
I feel as if now call me old-fashioned, but just pulling a lever on the train used to be good. Now, what if there is an emergency? Do you expect them to break the glass and then look around the cabin, find where to screw this newfangled?
Are you
technology?
familiar with something called user experience?
Pixie gone mad, and Pixie gone mad.
I'm gonna use your experience. Booyah!
It's in your face. It's
Top of the hand.
People don't appreciate this is modern 3D skeuomorphic, more design words, John Ives, something.
As he's saying that, I'm just slowly pulling the lever down.
You must
Oh my
understand that as a trained engineer, I totally know these things.
Wait, are we talking to the train or are we talking to
You're
you?
the train guy.
Okay. Yeah. So and then I go like, that's not what your mom told me last night.
Right. You're not a trained engineer.
Here's the thing. If the train engineer is listening to all this, shouldn't he have died of shame by now?
Anyway, you stick the lever in, and then he says, okay, now in the other thing are two keys. You must connect the keys and turn at the same time, and then pull the lever.
I said this is
say we impale this man.
overdesigned train braking system, and I put the key in.
I put the other key in. And I'm 3, 2, 1, and then whoosh.
And then you pull the lever, and there's this braking sound, and the train brakes so hard, but the back of the train is still moving, and so the train gets moved off the rails and hits the ceiling, goes through the ceiling, breaks through the ground onto the street, and suddenly there's carnage. And you find that the train has now entered the side of a building. And hey, welcome to the Dragon's Head.
Have you seen that new movie that just came out, Spectre? It had a scene exactly like this.
This is, to break the fourth wall, an example of railroading. Okay. You're not going to call me as a DM again. I'm just going for it. I know that. So y'all are now in the Dragon's Head, and the smell of hot pie, lots of pie just wafts through. Behind you, there is a shattered conga line of people who are screaming in pain because nobody told them to hold the guardrails.
I closed the door to cut off the screaming noises.
Most of the train is vertical and has pierced several layers of rocket into the street. There's a fire hydrant that's exploded. There's water fountaining. I forgot that fire hydrants don't shoot fire. This is my bad.
That's a oversight. The fire hydrant should shoot fire out.
It's probably for the best that we're not playing a game on urban planning. I fear it should be very bad. And you hear some police sirens in the distance, but hey, otherwise it's just all in a Halloween night, so all good.
All good after that.
Okay. I look at everyone and I go, drink. Yeah.
Drink.
I dust off my jacket and go to the bouncers party of 7, please.
The front glacis of the train has shattered. You climb through that and land on wooden floor.
We are
And around
inside
you-
already.
Pardon? Oh, yeah, you're inside.
We're inside.
The wall, one of the side walls has collapsed of this very lovely ground floor pub.
A typical Halloween day.
You look around you. It's a lovely, beautiful pub. It's several floors. And there's a large, old, pale tree that sort of moves through the pub with golden leaves. There's that sort of a corner where you see some musical instruments, including guitars and drums and more modern instruments like lutes and lyres. At the door, you see two security men with sort of half plates and little bits of chainmail, and on top of their normal business sort of work suits.
It's a theme bar.
Yeah, looking at you, and one speaks in rapid French to the other, and it's you're French bouncers, and they're looking like élégants.
Oui, s'il vous plaît. Parfait.
Okay. What other thing?
I don't know.
Pain au chocolat.
He's,
One in my life is pain au chocolat.
he's like,
S'il vous plaît, Claire.
silence, silly pig dog.
Wow. Alright.
Show me your pass. You come in without access.
What is the other one? It's like your mother. I look at them square in the eye, having spent a semester in France, and look them square in the eye and go, "Your father smells of elderberries," and I doff my hat at you, sir. It's like
He recoils in horror at what you have said, and then he screams in loud French, and runs to call the manager.
right. That's how you get attention.
So
For
your
you to show
mom,
him.
yeah?
Your mum in it. It's like
And then he says to you, he farts in your general direction.
I say I go to the counter and I find a vaguely cow-shaped bottle, and I say, "Fetch it a wash," and then I throw the bottle at the bouncer.
The bouncer catches it with the adroit reflexes of the French and hurls it back at you.
I catch it as well because I am a dog and I am good at catch.
This is true. This is true. I will not even ask you to roll for that because that is just a default thing. Well done. You catch the flying mini cow. And you at this point, a bartender comes over to you, tall, bald, grizzled man with one blue eye and a scar across his face, looking at you for all the world like he's a stereotypical bartender from a fantasy film. And he's like, "All right, so you just broke our fourth wall, and appreciate that. Insulted the security. Do you have a pass, or do I have to call the cops?"
You have a pass.
Well, I see. Right, you're here for that. All right, over there, and he points in a general direction. Pick wherever you want to look, and over yonder, amidst the crowd, it is a crowded bar, of course. There's no TV on in this place. Everyone's just drinking. They're drinking, and you're smelling a lot of pie and fish, fried fish. And it's almost like your eyes just carry forward, leading you a place you had not before seen, and it parks, and there's a spotlight, because this is a multi-story building, so there are no holes and skylights, but spotlight on a rusty looking sword sticking out between the two floorboards. And he's like, "Yeah, well," and there's also, of course, a queue manager around it. There's some nice satin, like belts and all. You can't just walk up to it. It's a prime attraction.
So what's the trick?
You gotta get it out, yo.
Like, come on, people have tried before. What's the gimmick? Is it bolted to the ground? What's the deal?
Look, you gotta buy a pass, get a ticket, you get your turn to pull it out. Then and yeah.
So all four of us get to have a go.
And you pay for 4 people, you get a pass. You get 1 each,
Okay. Is there a rule against all 4 people trying at the same
At
time?
the same time.
It's like
You know what? Sure, you can use it. Big deal. I don't mind. He speaks to you very, very confidently.
I How does this man feel drunk?
No, he's the
He's a bartender.
yeah
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the
yeah,
bartender. He's not
I
drunk.
have a. Before I try this, I would like a drink, and then I have what looks like money palmed in my hand, and I reach over to like pass it over to the bartender.
Credit card. You've learned that plastic is more valuable than wood and gold.
He looks at the credit card you've handed him.
No. I don't hand it to him. I palm it, and I reach over to like shake his hand, to make the transfer.
Oh my
But I
god.
don't let go of the hand.
With
Are
a
you
credit
trying to
card.
bribe this man?
Yeah.
Flip him a credit card.
Yeah, but I don't let it go yet. And then before and I pull the bartender close to me, like, I would like your finest house red, please. And I bite into him to get some blood.
That sounds like a monster.
This is a monster move, and you're doing this in a very, very public place.
Yeah, but I'm
Okay.
trying to be subtle. Like,
Yeah.
yes, like, hey,
To everyone else,
okay.
they look like long lost friends who are having a nice hug.
Biting a big bartender on the neck.
Uh-huh.
I somehow feel like this may not work out for you. But okay.
Hey, go for it. Monster roll time.
Oh, roll for it.
I am also using my convince.
Sorry,
to, like,
seduction.
No, I can. Okay, I mean, sure. If you want me to seduce the man, I'm gonna seduce this bartender.
I think you can just bite the bartender
I
if you
feel
want.
like if you bite into someone's neck, that's definitely seduction time.
It's a love tap. Okay. Anyway, is this a seduction, Sharan?
I'm
Does
gonna
this
say this
count?
is not a seduction. This is you opportunistically biting people in public spaces.
So that's a 2d6 then,
Pardon?
because that's a
Oh.
2d6 then.
You're getting your one. You're getting your 1d6.
Fine. That is a 3.
And your monster is a what? 3?
My monsters, it's 3-3. Yeah, it's balanced.
Wow.
We
So
got
you
balanced with the last one.
you shake his hand. He's confused at the credit card. Before he can express his confusion, you rapidly bite his neck, and then you hear someone screaming, "Oi, bloody!" And there's a very angry woman walking towards you. That's my husband.
I'm not stealing anything without permission. Consent is important. And then I tell him now about the thing that
So
we all
he's
require.
passed out, and there's blood gouting from his neck. I guess.
Oh
now.
my goodness!
You didn't finish your city human?
It's you know how it yeah. Do I get at least energized a little bit?
It's a plastic straw that he's
Sure, you took a swig out of the guy, and now a very angry woman is walking towards you. And while you're wiping your mouth, she raises her hand, says, "That's my husband," and then makes a gesture at you. And now her hand is covered in fire, and she's gonna be throwing a fireball at you.
Wait, what the fuck?
I was gonna say, in for a penny, in for a pound. Drain her too.
Why? I was like, you can join your husband, and then Sean, whatever his name, temperature starts playing in the background.
Sean
You-
DePaul.
You got the right temperature.
You do that, and it's like
I'm
jazzy.
gonna ask you to do another monster roll right now to see if you get
Okay.
hit by that fireball or not.
How is that a monster? But okay.
Because you're gonna need the preternatural reflexes of a vampire to avoid this very angry.
That is a
witch's
5.
fire.
Oh no, that's a fail.
Okay, so you're gonna lose a monster point, get a human point, and you're gonna get a fireball to the chest.
Fire bad,
Pardon?
screws. Fire bad, screws.
Yeah, I know.
Fireball goes-
This is what happens. So the minute the fireball hits Vlad square in the chest, Screws just like loses, like it's PTSD, right? So it's
Yeah.
almost like Rambo style where his eyes go up like hugely, and then he looks at the lady who just cast fireball and go like, just go at the lady and push her across.
You're gonna really mess with the level 10 sorcerers, aren't you?
Yeah, apparently so.
I mean, that's pushy. You can just open her like a jar.
Either way, when you get your flaws, when you're scared of fire, means you run away from the fire. It becomes a negative.
So I thought it was a rage, but like
You
fine.
can still attack her if you want, sure, but you're going to take a +1 to that. So What's your monster stat right now?
It's 2, so it's a 3. There are. You
It's actually less. You have to roll a 1.
You have to roll a 1. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, let's see if we. I've rolled badly so many times in so many games. Like the one time. Come on.
It's okay. Like if you get to so your other stat should be high enough. So if
My
you
human
fail,
stat is high.
what? Yes, human stat is at 4.
Yeah.
So it will become a 5 if you fail this. Which means you're one step away from actually losing control as Frankenstein and destroying everything.
All you're doing is building pity for those good rolls.
Okay, where is this? 1 second, sorry. Can you come back to me like a second? My laptop's acting up.
No worries. What do you want to do, Mummy? That's a good one. Okay. All right. So while Dracula and Frankenstein are having some trouble with the local management, little kerfuffle over there, you make your way just up to the sword. There is this red sort of satin queue manager, but you're able to just, it's low, you can step over it without any hassle. You go up to the sword, right? So you're gonna try, you said you wanna inspect it, right?
Yeah.
So would this be more of a monster thing or a human thing? You want to use your sort of, I'm gonna say it's not occult, but more, or what do you want to do? You tell me. No, they can't both be 4. One has to go down, so the other goes up. Then monster would be 2 if your human went to 4.
But you failed those monster stuff, right?
Yeah.
That can't be 4 and 4, that's not.
You should be equalized essentially.
Then you should be 3. We can just keep it 3 if the math's gone into awry, but it should have been either
You should
4
be
and
at
2,
3.
or we can say it's okay. It's not so. Makes sense.
And also, isn't your like special like to know things?
Yeah.
So you get an extra dice to that.
Oh, amazing. So you make your way to that, and you see some eyes on you. Again, the patrons around are used to bar fights in this place. It's not the first time that the manager has had some trouble with patrons, and that his wife has had to interfere, or sometimes vice versa. They're used to people being a little rowdy, especially around games of the footy.
Oh no,
What?
it's football hooliganism all over.
Yeah. You know, you see a few orcs hanging around. You see some people dressed as orcs hanging around. Yeah, you know, you see a couple of, you've seen interesting all sorts of folk. A couple of fey folk are there too, and a lot of people wearing LARP gear. Lots of LARPers come to this place. Anyway, you make your way up to the sword, and the first thing you notice is there's this lovely music playing around you, and you see the little speakers hidden under the stage that give this feeling. You go up to the sword, and you're going to inspect it. What do you want to do? Give me some examples.
You want to see what the trick is? What's the gimmick here? Yeah. Go do it.
Okay.
Here's another credit card. Go do it, human.
So you've gone up to the sword. As you've gone, people have been taking their shots, taking a swig, and like tugging, and they go red in the face, and their veins pop, and they just can't get the sword of the earth. Even the floorboards don't even really flex. But the sword itself is a giant ornate sword with a wonderful golden hilt in the shape of like eagle wings and a swirling pommel with like sort of a dragon's sort of draconic face with a ruby, and the blade has beautiful inscription. It's very ornate, very shiny, and the light sparkles off it. Anyway, they keep trying to tug and nothing happens. And if you look at it, you've noticed now that there are some effects. There are speakers hidden under the wooden flooring. There's a little bit of mood lighting set around. There's a special air conditioner also over there. They really try to make this a very good experience, right? Yeah. And as you're looking, you notice there are some cracks in the floorboard also. And they're dark. You can't really see through them right now. But you hear a voice call out to you and says, I see what you're trying to do over there. Why don't you come over here? So you find a young lady. She's wearing full armor. Her helm is on the side. And she says, she's like, I see that you're trying to get the sword out. Well, I'll let you know about something over here. You should go to the back room if you want to know what's going on.
Okay. What's happening?
You're not going to get the sword out.
Is
The back room.
that the name of the other part? The back room.
You should go back to behind into the service areas essentially.
Got it.
And see what might be there. And she's also drinking a nice like sort of Carlsberg, enjoying her time. You can see that her sword is very weather beaten and notched. It is sort of seen countless LARP battles. She has deflected many orange painted tennis balls and angry war hammers made of fiberglass for people who cheat at LARPs. Pardon?
That sounds painful if you get hit by one of those.
I mean, people cheat at LARPs, right? But she has persevered, and her own notched longsword is testament to that. Anyway, also her breastplate strap is sort of coming loose because the duct tape there is sort of frailing. Anyway, she's like, this is not my quest to tell you much more, but if you're like many others before you, you should go to the back room. In fact, I'll let you know, but there was a guy, someone who looked a bit like you as well, also had some wrappings and trappings with this whole mummy cosplay that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Came in here a little while ago with another couple of peeps, and they were trying to do it too, so.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I go up to the mummy and it's like, it's that young upstart Tom Cruise in his new Mummy movie.
Come with me, Vlad. I have
Let's
heard
go
this.
show him who's who.
Mm-hmm.
I love how they just walked away from someone throwing a fireball.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He took the fireball and then gracefully moved over to the monkey. It's like,
Your wife has since you've decided to ignore her fireball, she has summoned a gust of wind and thrown you out of the pub
Oh no!
without an access pass.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
So now you must get through 2 Frenchmen in order to enter the pub again.
Pena chocolate.
No chocolate, only pan.
I think Zidane was robbed of his World Cup championships.
Oh wow.
Like last year.
I love the
It
French.
just-
I like
exactly.
French
I
fries.
love French.
I like French fries.
I like food that has no taste and is bland as fuck. I love all of this. I love this.
I don't know if you're making a case to get in or the case to be chucked even further away. What's in the back room?
So they we'll get to the back room. They look at you with this and say, if you want to re-enter, you must first sit on yonder. You must perform a test of will. And they gesture to the side of the pavement where there is a mattress, imported fresh from Paris. You must lie on it for at least 30 minutes.
Oh no.
I go up to the bouncer. Only if your mother will join me.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So,
They are stoic, and they say that your mother was a hamster.
And your father smells of elderberries.
Anyway, you need to, if you want to get in now, Dracula, you have to lie on this Parisian bed mattress.
It's a horrible. It's got bed bugs on.
How about both of you lie on the bed with me?
Are you trying to seduce them?
They say no mattress, no entry. Anyway, we're gonna let you deal with this conundrum while the others try to enter the.
I just gonna see Screws just in the corner, just being like freaked
I'm
out.
like hyperventilating and like doing this.
I gave him a large pin bag as a hyperventilating airbag, and I'm just like, just breathe. And I look at the mummy and I ask her what she's found. What have you found?
I have heard from strange armored girl over here with fake armor that there is a secret to the sword hidden away back in what they call the production room.
The production. Let's take a look at this back room. Maybe we can get the sword from there.
The strange girl also said that other people that looked like us, they were here too. She did not
But we took
mention.
care of the newbies.
Yes, they are here. They are near. And they are here
Yes.
to fear.
How many drinks have you had, mummy? It's like-
Sadly, none. It's just the bandages. It makes me look giddy.
You're high on embalming fluid again, aren't you?
Always
You
do
need to be careful of fire also in this place.
Yeah. All right, we go. I kick the door down for the back room, and I go, "Hey, what's up?"
There's one staff. There's one person sitting there. Looks like an accountant, just sort of crunching some things, and looks at you and says, "What's this?" And she sort of starts scrambling back and trying to get out of her hair.
Hey, calm down. We were just here to figure out the thing about the sword. Somebody told us to come into the production room and get one.
No, she's fumbling and she's like, look, I'm just an intern. I don't know anything. Not my. I don't know anything about this. I don't know. I never set up the sword. Okay, I don't work on that stuff.
Are
That's the
you a
pride.
monster intern or a human intern?
Oh my god!
What?
Are
She's
you
very confused by this question.
definitely human?
I'm what?
Human.
I
I shamble behind and saying like, monsters, humans, those are not the questions that we actually need to know. Can you like just get the sword fucking out for us? We need to get the sword.
What's the gimmick?
What's the gimmick?
Okay, someone roll a dice, and I'll tell you what she says through all her.
You should do it because of your questioning ability.
Yeah, let's do it. It's a. So I get 3 dice for that, right?
No, you don't. You get 1 dice, man.
Oh, then it's 3. It's still 3.
No, you get 2 dice,
good.
right? Because
He's-
asking questions is not a skill.
One.
I thought it was a
No.
skill.
Sorry. You get 1 for asking difficult. So you get 2 dice, yeah. But you got a 3, right?
I got a 3. I got a 3 and a 4.
And this was your human stat, right?
Human
So what's,
stat.
What's your human?
My human stat is 4.
Oh, beautiful. All right. So you successfully do that, and she's very taken aback by the fact that she's being crowded. You can tell that she's a little nervous and anxious about being sort of questioned with confronted with real talk right now. And so she says, look. If you want the sword, there's some solvent in the other room. You can just sort of go to the basement. You can go and like dissolve the concrete or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't work on that stuff.
Okay,
Dissolve the concrete.
I think there's like some kind of glue that's holding it there, and you just like use some solvent to dissolve it, and then
Okay.
take out the sword. So I'll go downstairs with the solvent, and when I knock on the wood, you pull out the sword.
Okay, that sounds good. Hey, mommy, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
I don't think heavy lifting is my thing, but
You know what? It is my thing. Okay, cool. Thanks.
maybe I can find a way to get Vlad back in.
Yeah, maybe you should go get Vlad because he needs to be here.
I take, but like I go and hold on to the sword and I wait for the knock.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and tell them, my friend, he is very famous, but in the last
And very
time,
sick. He's like,
And
my
very-
friend, he's very sick.
and very sick, his make a wish was to come into
Make a wish.
was to come and pull the sword out. Will you not grant his final wish?
You're telling the French people this,
Yes.
and they look at you and they say, "Je ne parle pas anglais."
He lied! He'd go more. He died.
You start doing the pointing game where you're like,
It's just like, I go like pale skin, you know, the way that I pull in Vlad and I'm just like skin.
They also then make the same gestures back at you about.
Oh yeah.
Then they look at the witch, who is the manager and proprietor of the place, looking at you, being like, "Bro,
Can I like try to, with Vlad's help, of course, pretend like another Dracula cosplayer was the one who did
My
all
long
this?
lost twin brother. Where have you been? Alucard, come here.
surely you mean Cradula."
Dracula, yeah. You know, it was.
You're a Drac.
It was Crocula, no, Dragula.
Dracula. Rob Zombie feels a disturbance in the force for that.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay, sure. So, the witch comes up to you and says, look, this guy just bit my husband. And now this stuff happens sometimes over here. We've been attacked by goblins, we've been attacked by gnomes, we've had kobolds, we've had wizards. You can't just go bite my husband. So I've already called the police.
Are you not French? In French, that's how they show aggression.
I thought this is how we say hello. Oui, bonjour, all young.
No. Those guys just walked in one day and started doing security guard duties, and since I don't pay them, I just let them be there. Free labor is best in this sort of market.
You should definitely like report her for free labor. Like
I'm on the phone right now with the
slavery against the French.
Bonded
Let them eat cake, Marie Antoinette nonsense.
Look, it's in
I
this
start
economy,
shouting.
competitive.
I start shouting, riot,
Viva la revolution.
strike.
So you're calling the police.
Liberty, equality,
Fraternity.
and chocolate pan for everybody.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to call the cops on her, you can. You can call the department.
While this is happening, can I apply the solvent and just take the sword out? It's like
Okay, fine. So we'll should we speed this up a little bit then?
a little bit.
Anyone want to do any last minute rolls?
No.
All right, cool. So fine, yeah. So you've called. Have you actually called the police, Dracula?
Yeah, I would say.
Wait, why would I call the police?
Because or did you call the police, the mummy?
I'm gonna call the fire department instead. And
Why do you want the
say,
fire department?
Because there was a fire.
there was a fire here, and I'm gonna
It was
pretend
a-
like it's the police and go like, sir.
But she's just admitted to like not paying her staff.
Yeah, I would call like
That's
I
what
would
you
call.
Call a lawyer.
I mean, I feel like
I start singing every breath you take. by the police. And then I want there to be a flashback where I put a hidden camera in my cloak because I felt today was gonna be the day. I'm gonna record this for posterity, and I recorded the lady admitting for multiple labor violations. Every breath you
so the
take. every
photo
You see the violations in the.
Okay,
Don't you feel it come into the edge?
So what do you want to do with that? You have a GoPro in your breast pocket and you're
Yes.
you're gonna stream
And I
it.
was-
Can we
I'm,
just say
I'm
just
blackmailing this person.
yeah, it's just like maybe something else we stole from somebody else's apartment.
This is a flashback. This is a flashback during the train.
Hey, we have had access to multiple credit cards. This entire building compound never gets any credit cards sent because like they just disappear. So,
You should understand that there is, an income tax department and a card fraud department that
Yeah,
is
that's
on
what-
the bill. If
that's
we ever
what
do a
Johnny-
future campaign, you'd have to avoid them as well.
We are
Yeah.
eternal.
That's future Vlad's problem.
yeah.
Okay, so what? You're gonna stream it or
No,
record
I'm
it or
just
something?
blackmailing. I'm just blackmailing this person.
Did you show her the GoPro while you're singing?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I pulled it out of my pocket.
Her tune changes very, very quickly, and she engages with you and the mummy in a discussion about how we could make this problem go away. And while you're doing that, you move through the back rooms and you find a sort of storage cabinet, which, amongst many things, has a series of props, replacement swords, and a little bit of glue, of solvent, essentially. High heavy duty, like bucolic acid or something. And so you take this big jug of liquid. Yeah. And you move through the basement, under the stage, into the maintenance area until you find that there is a big block of concrete. Go through.
and you knock on the ceiling.
And then I.
So you pour the solvent on it. It begins to hiss and steam and slowly crumble down. And at that time, Frankenstein, you pull the sword out and sword begins to glow with an unearthly light. Right? And suddenly the spotlight explodes and a beam of light fires from the sword and burns a hole through the roof.
That's another special effects budget. It's like,
The entire special effects budget for this entire production and narration is spent on this one scene. You lift up the sword and there's a rainbow prism that flies from it, and you hear this voice echo saying, "I have the power," which in case you have the power, you are now empowered.
suddenly you have a loincloth. It's like,
I see the rainbow burst out of the sword. I lean over to whoever's next to me and go like, "Do you ever feel like just another brick in the wall?"
So,
And I put the little notepad back in my jacket.
yes, of course, you can do that. And then the sword has begun to hum in your hand. The power has sort of coalesced again. Everything has become quiet. One of the patrons looking at you has just dropped their glass because they were like, "What is this?" A bunch will get up and say, "Oh gosh, now this place has become mainstream," and people start leaving.
we made it unpopular. It's like,
And
Man, you're so uncool. What the fuck?
anyway, at this point, the sword is really vibrating very hard, and then the light bursts forth again. But instead of now a prism, all the light comes together, and the gentle lambent glow of the sword is projected on a wall and gives you a QR code.
Can you scan it with your Nokia 61?
Scan to pass. Oh god.
I'm holding a blade out and go like, "Can somebody scan this?" Please?
No, I look at you. I'm like, Screws. The
It's a
bag
very
you
sharp
stole.
sword, by the way.
The bag you stole. Did it have phone in it?
No,
Pardon?
Damn
he
it.
didn't have a phone.
It's okay. People are running out. Maybe we can just grab it.
We just grabbed the lady's phone.
I'm not even gonna grab. I'm just gonna wave my sword and say like, "Hey, any of you have a fucking phone? Give me a phone." I'm just hacking about right now.
The people's limbs are flying off.
So you scan the QR code, and there's a ping on your phone, and now you have a digital little ticket saying there with directions to go to the last place. It says that congratulations for completing this challenge. If you like these kind of things, you may buy and subscribe more on our app. Um, you know, we are available on Google Cloud and the Google Play Store and Apple Store. And thank you for participating in this ARG.
Is afterlife spelled without any vowels? Is it
No, of course
AFTR, LFE?
LYF?
Oh my
No,
god.
it's very much the Afterlife Club. Yeah, and it says that in order to move ahead on your quest, please proceed to Jeffrey's Bar and Tavern.
Jeffrey's Bar and Tavern, right around the corner.
Jeffrey's Bar and Tavern, and yeah, you know, you just gotta make your way down there.
Okay. This time, no talking to the French.
It's 11:15 right now, and it's a 10-minute journey. But we'll move ahead, I guess, then. And so unless you all want to do anything more in this fine establishment.
I flip up the French people as we walk over.
As you leave, you find that the French people have also begun. They're negotiating furiously with the witch, and it appears that they're in the process of quitting in French. As someone who does not really speak much French, I can't translate that for you, but rest assured that they totally are quitting. Because again, the French don't want to work in a mainstream establishment like.
I agree with the
And
more power to the people.
Yes, and behind the bartenders, like, okay, we have no sword, but we have a metro train in the wall. So
Just rebrand around the metro train.
yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen, but maybe the dragon's head will survive. You make your way down to Jeffrey's.
Come on,
And you realize
Jeffrey.
and you realize very, very quickly that, or actually, you hear Jeffries before you see Jeffries. Because there's a line. There's a long, long line around the queue. Because Jeffries is a club. It's a dance club. But you go up to it. You can pass the line. You see a lot of young people. Very many people dressed as vampires and mummies and werewolves, very much like you, and in some cases far more aesthetically dressed. Way too many Air Jordans in the crowd. And as you come to the entrance, you hear someone say, you know, Jeffries is the new place. It's a new big place. We are all Jeffries girlies now, and the place is really cool.
Can I just we all just walk in silent motion holding our pass all of them and just walk into the club without
Confidence.
I'm not doing pass. I'm doing sword. Like I'm just going in with a fucking.
You just walk in with confidence.
Yeah, you show your pass to the bouncer, and the bouncer looks and he says, yeah, okay, this checks out, but aren't you a bit old for this place? I mean, anyway, sure, what
I'm
else?
just gonna look at everybody else and just do sit like this, fake.
You make the unk.
I
You go on.
No,
yourself.
I was trying to do an F to be like fake, but I don't think it's fake.
I correct your finger to the correct usage. It's like I moved the right finger in the right place.
So you enter Jeffries, and it is basically, it's just a nice, it's a dance, I can't go to a dance bar, that's not the right place, sorry. It's a club.
It's a disco.
It's a disco. It is a proper disco, and it's full of very young people, and the first thing you realize is that there are almost no monsters here. It's just populated by
This can't be
young
right.
college kids. That's it. It's the place, you know.
Who are the real monsters?
Gen Z
College
is here.
kids?
This is. You have to now face Gen Z.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god, there's zombies.
Are they all looking at their phones?
Yeah,
It's
There
like-
are zombies.
that is it. That is your final quest. And a voice echoes, and this is even where you hear so and blah blah say, look, even our power wanes in this place because we have no hold over the minds of the youth.
We must make them all dance to
I was
Thriller.
gonna say, oh no, I was gonna start doing TikTok dances that have been so old that got recycled into the new
The new
TikTok trends. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, time to tear up the dance floor again. And I start like doing some move, hoping it catches on.
So as you enter, as you sort of take in the place, there is a poof of smoke, and suddenly Alejandro, the pizza guy that you yeeted through a wall, is standing before you.
Oh, it's Alejandro.
Alejandro. And he says to you, well, you have passed the 2 trials. You have defeated Jared, the Goblin King, and you have pulled the sword from the floorboards. Now you must prove yourself hip and capable enough to still be able to party like it's 200 BC. So if you can prove yourself to be and he consults some kind of spectre thing, it says to be the GOAT in this place, then you will be granted entry to the afterlife. You must be able to check the vibe. And then
Let's go to the DJ and get our song playing.
What's the song?
What's the song?
Monster Mash, obviously.
And
We're gonna burn the stage in a spectacular performance of the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
And do one thing that these people crave so desperately: validation. It's like
this is where you all have to start googling some Gen Z words, trying to convince them which one of them.
Yeah.
Else you will get cancelled for life and
We got the Riz, yo.
check this Riz out.
Check this Riz out.
The Riz. Yes, you gotta be Rizzlers.
Yeah.
That's the word.
I believe.
You
It's time
finna.
to come.
You finna.
this
DJ,
Guys, I actually don't know Gen Z words. I've realized this now.
You gotta be.
Oh wow.
Is fleek a Gen Z word?
No, fleek is not a Gen Z word, but no cap is
Guys.
a Gen Z word.
Okay.
You have to
Guys.
be giving no cap.
Okay.
No cap. We gotta send the vibe. We gotta yeet the vibe into the strats.
No, this is very high key.
fair.
You gotta be. You cannot be touchy.
We should consult the new god Google for Gen Z slang.
Yeah, I said I had to just go like, nah, Stan.
Pam is definitely Gen Z.
Yeah.
This is too real, Shagun. Why are you
Okay.
forcing us to deal with our oldness?
I'm just messing with you.
I'm feeling
Alright.
low key. I'm feeling low key. Stupid. NGL.
And
You know what? You unlock the sacred words because why not? And okay, no, you're not actually gonna fight with Gen Z people. I'm just messing around over there. I just want to make Rahil use words. That's all. That was the whole point of this. This
okay, here goes nothing. We get on the stage, and as the Monster Mash starts to play, and all of us are dancing in the background, I'll get the mic out, and I'll be like, "Oh, here we are for your Halloween pleasure. The biggest W to hit this place. Some dank tunes. This is the CEO of Monster Mash. Just follow along, and you'll be all right, fam. It's a glow up in here. And then
my God.
You know what? No rolls needed. You win. Great. Done.
and then we do
I love it,
and then we do a
Shiraz,
monster.
because I looked at the same page and it felt like
I also just looked at the same page.
Guys, I'm all looking at parade.com.
Yeah.
High key, the first thing that showed up on Google search.
Pina no cap, bro. Pina no cap.
Yeah.
I died when he said I'm the CEO.
TFW when you're vibing with the crew.
Oh
I
my
love it.
Oh my
So,
god.
this was the fun, this thing. The 2 missions you had to do. As you basically unabashedly, unashamedly are able to have a good time at Jeffrey's and enjoy the fact that ultimately Hallows Eve is just a place where you can have a good time and be yourself. You find that a door has opened. There's a door that was not there against the wall, which you can walk in.
After the performance finishes, and we're like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
NWA for life. And then
GG, GG.
Yeah. You can make your way to the door, set in the wall.
monsters with attitude.
What's behind the door? What's afterlife like? Is it a bunch of old people like talking?
No, so you make your way to the door, and as you come, the door becomes more extravagant. It was a simple wooden door in the wall. Suddenly, and this is only something you can see, right? There's a staircase that was going up where before there was not. The door has become a massive arched sort of thing, and you start climbing up these stairs, and there's a glowing purple light sort of leaking through the doors, and as you open it, you find that, through a sort of misty portal you may enter, and it's something very different going on there. You step through, but just as one of you steps through, a hand grabs you and pulls you back, and right behind on you stairs are the reboots, and they're like, "Oi!"
Oh no, the reboots.
And this is your final battle.
Oh no, the reboots. You have a sword.
Our
You
time
have
Have
now.
a sword, bitch. Come on.
You may have convinced all those basics back there, but my film made $112 million last year.
Can I roll human?
Yeah, for sure.
Do the most human thing of all is
Yes.
to deliver a swift kick to the nuts.
Yeah, this is not a game about having epic battles. This is more about like entertainment and how do you.
I rolled a 2, so I'm pretty sure that is a very swift kick to the nuts.
So you swiftly kick with your which leg do you want to kick with?
My dominant, my right leg.
Yes, of course. Who are you kicking?
The equivalent of the teen wolf, I guess.
Teen Wolf. Yes, you guessed it. All right. So
I would like to quote unquote kick him so hard that he has new tonsils.
Oh my god.
you kick Teen Wolf. Kick Teen Wolf in the business. But Teen Wolf's parents were responsible, and he is a neutered Teen Wolf.
Oh my god.
So, I mean, you still do the damage, and if nothing else, he is ashamed.
I feel sad for him because he has lost,
He has lost more than you have.
Yeah, I feel I put my hand on his shoulder while he winces in pain, and I say,
It's not your time, son. It's all right.
"Respect parents. What are you gonna do about them?"
You have gained empathy with Teen Wolf, and he understands.
I have unlocked the power of empathy. It's like,
Okay, yeah. What do the rest of y'all want to do?
Who's the Frankenstein looking?
we know we're not allowed to say it.
Frankenstein's
But
right.
No. You said it yourself. We can't say it. It's the H word.
I can say because it's my word.
You can say it, but we can't say it.
You can't say it.
Yeah. It's like, clearly,
My
it's a jolly green giant with purple shorts. It's like,
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So, what do the rest of y'all want to do? So, one of them is out for the count. You have a vampire, you have a mummy, and you have some kind of corpse bride that's over there. So,
I look at the corpse bride and I say, we are neither here nor there. We're somewhere in between. We are neither actually dead, neither are we actually alive. And we keep going on this endless stream of life. So why are we here?
Are you trying to romance the cops?
I'm not.
No.
This is like a deep philosophical debate.
It's an existential crisis. It's like-
okay, you have the roll for this one.
What is it though?
I feel it's
You
a
tell
human
me,
thing
man.
to
I
feel
think it's human.
This is human existentialism.
It is
Yeah.
very human
But also,
existentialism.
you're asking the right. It's real talk.
It's real talk, man.
Okay, let's go.
I feel like the correct song has come on right now.
Yeah. It's
The correct song that has to play. Huh? How much? What's the roll, man?
It's not good. It's a 5.
Oh
You
no!
get 2 dice though.
Oh wait, then it's a 5 and a 2.
Oh, beautiful. Then you. If you got 2 rolls, then you should have picked the lower one. Anyway, you get.
No, I thought the first dice. So
You successfully convince Frankenstein about existentialism, and they need to go and sit down.
I give the paper back that Wolfboy gave.
They inherit.
okay.
They take this inheritance from you, and they move away with the paper bag. And you can even tell them that sustainability is good, so they respect you for that.
For me,
Paper bag.
Sustainability.
I go to like the mummy equivalent essentially.
The Mummy and Prada.
Yeah, the mummy and Prada, and then I tell her, together we can encourage new youths. Let's collaborate and star in a show called The Unraveling, and I show her my face.
Let us join our bandages together.
Yes.
But she looks at you squarely and says, I have a deal with a goddess about getting a movie deal over there. And so I'm not going to take your nonsense. It's sort of like my biz now,
You know what? I have a bigger deal with a goddess and a god to do a Marvel movie. I could star you as the new mummy.
Hire me as your agent.
Essentially.
Yeah. But she's like, my god's blah blah and so.
Oh!
Then I'll get them that deal, and they will make sure that I have a lifetime supply of the stuff that I need as well. So I don't think I'm gonna work with you like this. You're old and.
Can I go full monster and summon use myself as a vessel for blah blah and so to do it?
You wanna fire her?
Yeah,
Literally.
essentially.
What?
She wants to fire her, literally.
You want to fire what? Your voice cut.
I want to fire her literally and say you're just
She's
a
waiting.
stand-in.
Oh wow.
My God.
Stay in your
You're so
lane.
2008. I'm so what? I'm
Two
so
corpses are running away is what
2008.
happened.
Sure. Yeah, we can roll for that.
Only the devil wears Prada.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice. It's called what's the word for it? Exhumation chic. Inhumation chic.
Oh my god.
Took me a minute.
So that's a one roll?
You're doing a card stuff, Shal. You can do two.
That is a 2 and a 4.
Hey.
I guess you get it, and you can say what you want to her because you succeed.
Awesome. And I'm just gonna she's going to be sobbing and saying blah 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 blah.
Invoke the name of the gods.
Invoke the gods.
So,
But now you know the gods are also diversifying their risk. Very sad.
You're gonna have to renegotiate your deal.
This is
with the gods.
horrible. My gods are going to other people. I don't get invited to parties
They're seeing
anymore.
other people already. It's very unfortunate.
It's an unhealthy relationship. You
Yeah,
need to
very-
have to set some boundaries there.
Yeah. What about you, Dracula? How do you want to deal with?
I walk forward towards Edward Cullen, and I'm doing the Nanami walk.
I don't know that.
Like slowly, yeah, you don't know. Okay, I'm just
You need to
walking like a runway model, like a male runway model, and I stop right in front of Edward Cullen's nose. And his power is to read minds. And I am thinking about exactly why I'm called Vlad the Impaler and what I will do to him as soon as he steps out of this room. And then I will leave him. This is a man. And then I remind him, hey, because your girlfriend left you, you were about to kill yourself. I'll help you make that happen.
Vampire assisted suicide. It's like,
I'm really
And I
wanting to
just
know so much
and I
about
just
Twilight.
stare at him.
I don't
they
know.
are the originals. It's like,
I don't know. You want to roll for that?
That's right, Sparky boy. Kedaddle.
I'm surprised you didn't say make
why
like
do
a tree
you
and
roll
leaf.
for it? I don't know what you want to. You can roll manipulate.
Make like a tree and leave. Make like a tree and get out of here.
Yeah. What am I rolling? Am I rolling 2?
I think you're rolling 2. Yeah, manipulating people.
Yeah. Because at a certain level, you think Edward Cullen would find this like seduction.
That's an 8. Oh wait. That's
How
a
did
4,
you get an
4.
8? A 4-4.
4, 4.
Oh, you failed.
Is that a failure?
I mean,
What's your monster stat?
If it's human, he's
I feel
fine.
this is a monster.
Power, right?
It's a monster. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What's your monster?
it's 1. So that's
Oh shit, you go full human.
Oh
I go
no!
full human?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If it's on 1, it'll go to full human.
You failed the monster stat and you
Oh
became
my God.
human.
Yes.
At the very cusp, you pushed Edward Cullen and he looks at you resolutely and says, I would have been scared of you once upon a time, but my friend Darren Shan came with me. And look behind, and Darren Shan is also waiting there. And he's like, with the power of our friendship, we are going ahead. And then he pushes you out the way.
All I
You've
can
become
think
human,
about,
dude. You've become
all I
human.
can think about is vegan burger before I turn back to Darren Shan and go like, who the fuck was that?
You know
I
what?
just like walk out of frame.
So Edward Cullen and Darren Shan look at y'all and say, all right. And they walk through. And y'all can also walk through if you want.
I would like, for a moment, I reflect on all the number 1 versus number 2 shit, and I'm like, I don't need afterlife to be cool.
Yeah. True. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I walk out with my very human vegan vampire, trying to get him to drink some ketchup. It's like,
Oh yeah, this is like the good days.
I take the blade from my back and like throw it into wherever they're going, and then walk out with them.
The holy power of the sword you threw flies through the portal, and suddenly you realize that the wonderful vista that was there before you has been, what's the word? Abjured by the power of the sword, and you see a massive plane of hell with a giant devil sitting on a throne.
hey, we didn't go to hell. It was a ploy to get us into hell.
Boy!
A ploy!
I knew that! Holy shit, that was close!
The devil looks at all of you. This giant figure who touches the sky, whose eyes are of fire, who's clad in an armor of brass on a mountain of skulls, and the skulls are all chattering in EDM sounds. This playing that one song by Tiesto, and then he shows you the finger, and he's like, well,
Fuck them.
Well, what do you know? Number 1, you saved us again.
and then the portal collapses, and suddenly you're on the floor of Jeffrey's, and just people are dancing around you to, I don't know.
Monster Mash, I'd say.
What else,
We
man?
just walked out for a bit. We came back for an on.
Well, no, actually, then a song called "Shake It Off" starts playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's time to find a new goddess.
Has it become 1989 yet?
See what you did there? This story will eventually become a part of like just common folklore. But
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, you guys can decide how you want to sort of exit, but that's.
Well, yeah.
I want like one of them documentary like
all
snapshots.
the freeze frames
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, the freeze frames.
We're all
Vlad
dancing, and
went
then
on to
it's
create his own McDonald's competitor, fully vegan. And it's like,
The movie secured a deal with Marvel, but then went on writer's strike.
and mom was holding up like a sign, going, "I pay the writers more."
What did the
No
what did
more blah
Frankenstein?
blah and so. But everybody thinks it's like the writer's strike and
blah blah and so got cancelled.
Yeah,
But like,
bad
Double
practices.
dealing and bad faith, and not just being proper homies.
Yeah. Not being cool.
Screws goes back and finds the corpse frame, and it goes out.
V-frame.
They have an eventual little corpse child, I guess. I don't know.
Oh no! So many dead baby jokes.
Edward
I was
Cullen.
happy that I meant it to be. I really
Yeah,
never-
me too. I didn't think of it till you said it either. I was just like, corpse child. Oh,
I didn't think so. I was like,
CC.
oops. That was not. That was meant to be cute. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Edward Cullen breaks up with his boyfriend and then goes to the Vatican to unbutton his shirt again. These are all plot threads that happen in the movie.
We need to do a watch of like this horrible movie and make fun of it.
I don't know why you know so much about Twilight. I worry for your soul.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to ask.
Hey,
I don't
again,
wanna ask.
I was surrounded by sisters and I was forced to watch this thing when
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
coming out.
yeah.
How does the Wolfman end this? What happens to him? 90
So in the distance, the Wolfman goes on a journey, and when you see it's a journey, it's basically the what year is it? 2024 FA Cup final, and the Wolfman has joined the team as like it's like a striker and is chasing the ball to the end goal.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. It's just like his tongue is sticking out.
I was like, yeah.
He's
Just going
just
back.
graduated Blue Lock.
Yeah, and then he said, then there's a second freeze frame of like he's got disqualified for mishandling the ball, and you just see it in his mouth. You just like,
the referee must be very sad.
the Jeffrey.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good end to it then, folks. That's Monster Party for you. Yeah?
Hey.
That's not
Check it out.
It's such a great ending.
And Shagad, we just hit midnight, so.
No, I was gonna try and stretch it for one more minute, but I was like, you know what, this is the right.
But
Just in
Yeah.
time, yeah. Had you
Yeah.
been in Afterlife at 12:00, you'd be stuck there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
that was a really good game. Thanks for running it, man.
yeah.
Cheers, guys. My pleasure. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for it. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
And, before we end, like, shout outs to everyone here, guys. Like, thank you, Shagad. It's like the first time we've had you on. It's a lot of fun. And oh god, I can't wait to play like Blades next time, or one of the like numberless TTRPGs you honestly have on offer for us to play.
oh yeah, man. No. I won't play D&D, but Blades in the Dark, Lancer. I mean,
Lancer, yes.
we'll do Lancer. We can do
Yeah.
Lancer next time.
Big
I
robot.
put it in public, so now it has to happen, I suppose.
Will we still be invited, or are we still the reserve team?
Well, we have like an upcoming campaign sometime, a gunmetal campaign. So
Way.
No.
That's fine.
Nice.
promoted that when that comes out, and like super excited to make a character for that too, because I'm dying to have Arkib play that, because Arkib loves
Next, dude.
yeah, Max. I'm the fantasy chick,
Yeah.
not the mech
Lancer
person.
is a good mech.
We make you love Mecha yet.
Yes, yeah.
It's like-
It's great. It's gonna be great.
And
Super.
Rahul's just awesome, guys. Get him if you want your true BBEG. Doesn't
Yes.
matter how united your party is. That's one
Re-
person to wreck it all. Honestly,
adding spice to everything.
yeah. Honestly, this is the first time that like people have wanted to help Rahul's character, and I feel like I like Vlad more for it.
You feel like you've unlocked the way to make Rahul not betray your party.
Was to get him like from the get-go, have the rest of the party against him, and then oh my god, all the genius pop culture references. I was, like when you what the fuck is his name again? Like Edward's dad's
Carlyle.
name? Carlyle. I was like, how did you remember that? All I could remember
I
was
mean, I
that
knew-
they meet
I
Carlyle
was
for the first time, and I was like, oh my god.
Is
Carlyle
Shagad
and
gonna
Esme.
pull out his copy of Twilight? I heard a drawer open and I was like, oh, here it comes.
Oh,
Who's pulling out a copy of Twilight?
You.
You
I
should.
don't own a copy of Twilight. I'm a self-respecting middle-aged man.
and he's looking straight at it in his like shelf right now. I think
It's the 4 books of Twilight.
in like a nice little like cardboard bit.
No. No Twilight for me. Although, I mean, I know the movies. I too have...
I think it's a good idea to eventually watch that movie and make fun of it and alienate even more people from Gen Z.
Nothing can beat Patan and the little tree pattern.
Oh,
in
I
this movie.
love Pathan, yeah.
Oh, such a great movie.
Pathan, we watched
In
it and it
Pathan.
was like... it's like
Oh, Pathan. I have been wanting to watch...
are we still live? Are
Yes,
people listening to
I
us?
don't know what's going on in there.
Everybody-
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Happy Halloween. We have another.
Happy Halloween,
Happy
folks.
Halloween.
Thanks for
We
tuning
have
in.
one more Halloween game coming up on Tuesday with the rest of TPK, so look out for that. But until then, see y'all again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.